Hello, welcome back to the Dev Plays. Sorry for the delay. Stuff happened. Welcoming back the rest of the group. We've got, of course, Bill, Sam, Alex, Connor, and Juice with us today. The whole gang's here.
Hello.
The first thing that
I'm Sam. I'm playing Adrian.
Right, okay. Anyway, so, I'll just do the quick recap and then we'll just get straight into it. So, after being ambushed in the darkness by another fellow contestant team, the party took an 8-hour rest, waking up merely 6 hours before the preliminary stage is finally over. The team have crossed the meadows and now have adjourned to the forest, of which Green Flame Mercenary, the killer of Adrian's people, fled. We now pick up at 4:35 AM. All party members, roll metabolism.
Oh no. Okay. That's a straight D20 for me. Goodness, what's going on? D20.
Wait, -1. Oof.
It's above a 10.
Okay.
I think that makes sense. Wasps don't have the best metabolism.
So, Rakia, what did you get?
I got a 6.
You got a 3, Adrian. Cloak, you got an 11. Okay, you got a 14 and you got a 3. Okay. So, as you're walking through the forest, again, you've been walking for the last 10 minutes or so, you start feeling sick. Your stomach is churning and it doesn't feel so good. As a matter of fact, both Adrian and Felix, you feel this pain in your stomach first. Raki, you sort of feel this churning. Cloak, you kind of just sort of feel a bit weird. Like, your stomach doesn't feel great, but it could just be trapped wind.
I think we need to eat, to be honest.
Or it could just be hunger. As for Fletcher, you're kind of feeling the same, but it's not. It's that thing of it's either hunger pains, or again, just maybe you're feeling a little gassy. You're not too sure. However, Rakia, this is not great. You feel like you're about to throw up. Adrian and Felix, you are in a great deal of pain with your stomach, to the point of which that you are pretty sure that you are going to throw up.
Should we sit down and take some rest, or?
I think I'm gonna just sort of start. I've been sort of leading the charge like a, like a pointer dog, and now I just sort of stop and I sit down, and I'm gonna go into my inventory, my pockets, and just take out an apple and eat one.
Okay. You take out an apple, and as you bite into it, roll me perception. Or insight.
I'm gonna go with insight this time, actually. D20 plus 7.
Okay.
20?
You bring the apple up to your face, and for a second there, you could have sworn that you saw a worm burrow into it.
Extra protein.
When you sort of like look at it, it must have been a change or a flicker of the light, because the apple is completely untouched.
Yep. I shrug and eat it.
Fair enough. You begin to eat the apple.
Nom, 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 nom.
as you are consuming it, Adrian and Felix, you are still within an incredible amount of pain. Both of you roll me endurance.
To be honest, I think Adrian would just kind of stop and more or less try and find a quiet place to just throw up, because maybe they just ate something rotten. I think that might just be that.
Okay, so do you want to go off on your own?
Just like not too far, like just like behind a tree, more or less.
Go behind the bush.
Okay, so what I'll do is I'll go on tabletop, so that then I know where everyone is, and I'll show everyone else in the party what we're dealing with.
Sure, I am in transformation mode, aren't I?
No, you haven't transformed yet.
Oh, I thought I would have.
And
Well, no, because we all just got up, didn't we?
gosh. Okay, so Adrian,
There's us.
Hey, look at us! Look at us! Look at us, everybody!
so we've
We're not
got
just generic anymore. We have
All our characters look
texts and
great.
everything.
Adrian, we've got
Square.
Fletcher, we've got Cloak, and then we've got Rakia, and then player not found.
It actually looks pretty cool.
It does,
That
doesn't
is
it? I really,
incredible.
I always knew Felix was a Cyclops.
I have to be honest, I do like this. To be fair, even though that it is only just there, I don't know why, but I always kind of imagine that he sort of looks like Juice, but with 2 eyes and a beard. So
He's got that great big old tash.
Right.
There's a picture of that juice straw where he's got that great big old tash. You know, that's impressive facial hair.
Looks like Colonel Sanders.
Yeah.
Damn.
So as you've sort of wandered in, Rakia, you've sort of gone up to this. You've gone up to this tree and taken a seat. You are closer, but I don't think I can get you any closer without that happening. So
Yeah. Just leave that. Yeah. Just leave that there. I'm fine. Yeah. Just leave it there. Leave it there.
there we go.
Take fall damage.
Adrian,
5d10
you
fall damage.
say that you're going off. What direction are you going? Further away from the party, or
Just like you see, like the tree that Adrian is somewhat close to.
this one?
It's more or less just kind of behind that tree. There, well, like close behind that tree, and just kind of do the full into
In the
the.
tree.
Yeah, more or less.
So-
I'm giving it sustenance. The tree by vomiting right onto its roots.
Okay. So you begin to vomit onto the tree. Okay, as you begin vomiting, the sweet and sour as well as very bitter taste comes up from your mouth, all out from your stomach contents as it just laps onto the ground, slapping against the tree bark. Whilst you're doing this, it is somewhat out of earshot from everyone else. You didn't tell anyone else where you were going, so nobody really knows where you have gone. Juice, did you roll that endurance check?
I did. I rolled a 9. The dice gods hate me today, apparently.
Apparently so. You are currently collapsed on the ground and prone as your stomach really hurts. And then, Cloak and Fletcher, since you guys haven't told me where you are, you guys are just here.
We are just looking at the group. Like,
You don't feel great,
damn.
but you know that you are definitely nowhere near as bad off as they are.
So, should we find something to eat? Or
Yeah,
we don't
I
have a
just
medic. So.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just sort of like,
Raki has just now finished her
I'm
apple, by the way.
we're down one apple. Like, in response to the query from my best friend Eraser, I'm going to make that happen eventually. So, I'm going to be, oh, by the way, yeah, I don't know if anyone's tuned in, if anyone's listening, but I've now made it Rakia's mission to make friends with Eraser, because Eraser's giving them nothing. So I just... That's my new mini
Damn it,
quest.
take my friendship.
Yes. I hand you my bundle of food, Bill, and just give it to you, and I'm just going to investigate Felix on the ground, and I'm gonna maybe do. Would I be able to do like a insight roll, or maybe or an intelligence roll in order to figure out what's.
Yeah, you can roll an insight or an intelligence, whichever one.
I'm gonna go with intelligence this time. I rarely roll intelligence.
Fair enough.
Since I barely use it. 4. Let's go.
Oh dear,
wow.
yeah, natural 1. He's dying. You're not entirely sure. He might be okay. You're not entirely sure. The only thing that is kind of weird is that there's something behind you. Now, we pick back up with Adrian, just real quick. Adrian, I'm assuming that you've now come back to...
Yeah, and I will probably have used the water in the bucket to kind of remove the taste from my mouth and kind of clean up a bit.
Okay.
So, stay hydrated.
But as you walk back to the rest of the gang, something's a little off. Rakia, something is standing right behind you. You only have a moment to react.
Sid, I'm a flip around with my knife.
Okay.
Can I do a thing where it's like, when I literally flip around, when I literally just flip around? It's like God's literally picking me up and putting me in the other direction. I'm so fast.
Okay, is that your reaction? Just turning around?
Flip around.
Okay, yeah. Roll for it.
8, 9, 10, 12.
Acrobatics, by the way.
Oh, acrobatics. Okay, there we go. Acrobatics. 21.
Nice. Okay, and let's see. Okay. Adrian, could you also roll me something, as it seems as though something is attempting to go towards you. As you see Juice on the ground, you see Felix on the ground, and you see Rakia hunched over, and then all of a sudden there's just something quite off, as some kind of figure suddenly darts towards you and attempts to attack you.
Okay. Hey, well, not my thing. I'll try blocking. I'm actually, what health am I at?
Everyone's pretty much at max except from...
Except for me.
Yeah.
See, I might attempt a sweet evasion, because I don't want to be hurt. Don't lose all my health already. Oh.
Okay. I'll just roll this. Okay. So, you see this thing sort of rush towards you and then just disappear as it just passes right through you. You now see Rakia just looking at you, about 2-3 meters distance away from you. The shadowy figure that was standing behind you, Rakia, is gone, and there is only Adrian in front of you.
What?
Just, by the way,
What?
Joe, just so you know, I do have the animate blade on me, so if it's in case that changes anything.
Nope.
I mean, don't stab me.
No, if something passed through me, just making sure.
I mean, not being funny or nothing, but it's also in its sheath.
Ah, sugar.
True.
Well,
making sure.
Well, Raki is like me right now. It's just like, what the fuck? Can I attempt to roll a power knowledge?
Absolutely.
What the hell this could be? So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I will. Yay!
Not a clue. Jack.
Based on the fact that like something that can pretty much turn into a shadow, or even basically have the ability to disappear instantly, teleportation, intangibility, even dark mimicry of some kind of weirdness. Either way, the manipulation of shadows. There are a few different people who could do that back in the day, and teleportation is relatively common. But either way, you have no idea because you didn't really get a clear view of it. Adrian, you kind of did, but at the same time, it's like you're not sure what you saw, and therefore that's not that. Also, you've never heard of a power like that in the first place, anyway. At the exact moment that you starting to think that, you start hearing something right next to you, as it says to you, Rakia,
"Ah, I would very much like that badge that you have. Now why don't you give it to me? Actually, I'll take it."
No!
you must react.
Yeah, I start flailing wildly. At the whatever it is. Just like, no, not getting my badge. Okay, so I guess I'm just gonna go 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So, oh god, this ain't good.
What are you rolling for?
Well, just like flailing wildly, pushing whatever that is out the way.
Okay, finesse. You sort of hear something, you turn around and you bat at thin air. There is
Bollocks.
nothing there. And the thing is, Adrian, you don't know why, but for some reason Rakia just started flailing randomly.
It's weird that out of character I know exactly what's already happened, even though Adrian is completely inept.
I want to point out, at this point, Cloak and Fletcher, you are seeing this as well. Felix, you're hunched over in a lot of pain, and you're also seeing this, as Rakia is just flailing randomly at something. Or should I say, at nothing.
Someone has to create magicians.
I'm gonna start trying to say, you can say, there's a voice, it's a thing! There's a big voice!
Everyone roll me
Probably
perception. Juice, disadvantage.
That's fair. That's very fair.
As a matter of fact, I'm going to say Juice, Adrian, and Rakia, disadvantage.
That's a 7.
2 D.
It works.
So could I transform as well, considering we're just standing around?
Oh, well, not too bad, I guess.
Okay, so
0 total.
Fletcher and Cloak, you are the only two who can react to this as you suddenly hear and see and then suddenly feel something underneath your feet suddenly start moving. It's either the ground or something on the surface of it. It's right behind you, so it's on ground level, that much you know, but you can't see it until you react to it. So how would you like to react?
Man, I really wish I was a real ninja with smoke webs.
Boom.
Yes.
Acrobatics, finesse, evasion. How would you like to go about this? I mean, powers for Fletcher, if Fletcher wanted to do so.
Yeah. Intangibility, why not?
Okay.
I will attempt to, I guess acrobatics my way up to a, nearby tree or something.
Okay. Both of you roll. And I want to point out, since the other three of you failed, you will not be able to react to this.
Oh, even 12?
Hey,
Oh.
Felix is
Oh,
Oh,
damn.
no.
Let's see. Okay.
Got it.
So
10 XP.
So it it's a vine that goes right through your center mass, but then it wraps around very quickly against Cloak and then encumbers all of the others. So you pass right through it, and now all of you are now grabbed by a large vine. However, it doesn't just look like a vine. As a matter of fact, it looks like a vine covered in clouds. In fact, it looks almost like a giant dragon's tail, as it wraps you up and pulls you, and it goes above the tree line as you are now about 30 or more meters up in the ground, up from the ground, wrapped up in a large tree trunk-like vine. But then suddenly you look down, and it's just clouds around this thing. You suddenly look closer, and it's not tree bark, it's dragon scales. And you almost can't see the ground. Even though I say even though that you're only 30 meters up, that is still very high, it's above all of the trees. You are now stuck in midair, wrapped by this thing. Now, Fletcher, we now come back to you. You are on the ground and you see this huge tree trunk, and then it becomes almost like as if it isn't a tree trunk. But then you start looking at it. No, it's definitely a tree trunk, right? There's no creature that owns a tail this long. And then suddenly you see something from behind this tree dart from behind the tree towards the vine. Now I'll just grab something. Here, let's... probably not that many enemies. Let's go with that one. Okay, that's not what I wanted, but it'll do for now. Bye. As you see something,
Damn, so many enemies in the distance.
as you see something dart towards this, you have a chance to react, as you are the only one who can. And whilst you're thinking of that, I'm going to get rid of these extra orbs.
Chance to react. Anything notable by the figure that is dashing?
I mean, it is a pretty quick blur. That's all I'm going to say. It just I'd say the best way to explain it is a human or humanoid. So on the bright side, it's not some kind of Huskonian. You're allowed to react. How would you like to do so?
Let's see. What would be the logical course of action? I guess I could start spinning my staff and dive towards it.
Okay, so reactive strike, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, go for it.
Since I'm already intangible, does my staff
No,
already
because
get...
that intangibility was reactive, so it doesn't turn on permanently. It's counter-phasing.
So, try for power cutters, is that alright?
No,
react?
yeah, this is just a reactive strike, so just, roll for reactive strike.
Roll for strike. Yes.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so as you attempt to go for this guy, he sort of dodges back past you and then touches the vine. As he does so, you then look back and this huge trunk starts beginning to crack and crumble. You start getting a closer look at this guy. He has almost nothing on his top half, but a weird plant-like creation, like some kind of plant-like rebreather mask on his face. He has strange, baggy cargo trousers, and weirdly enough, sandals. It seems as though he was just trying to touch the bark, but when you look at the bark, your heart is gripped with horror as cracks begin to form and go all the way through the tree as it begins climbing. As the rest of you are now seeing this, the tail of this dragon is beginning to crack and crumble.
I transform.
I'm afraid you cannot transform.
It's been like 10 seconds. I could have transformed in all that time.
As it is now all of your turn to roll a reaction. However, you must tell me what you were attempting to react with before you roll for it.
Oh, damn it.
I mean, I guess I could just automatically activate my powers.
Okay.
Considering we are being grasped by the dragon.
Yeah, okay. That's a good shout, yeah. Okay. That's your action then. Don't even need to roll for it because obviously it's your special ability. Alright, Rakia, what about you? What are you gonna try to roll?
I mean, I'm gonna try and finesse myself out of the grip.
Gotcha, disadvantage.
Okay, cool.
Felix, what are you trying to attempt to do?
I don't have any powers.
Are you kidding me?
Jesus, Web. 2 natural ones.
Jeez.
Horrendous.
I think you have a point with what you were saying earlier, Alex.
I said it before, and I'll say it again. This bot is transphobic. This is transphobic. This is a hate crime. Look at it. That's a hate crime right there. It hates.
So the dragon is breaking and we're about to fall, correct?
It begins to crack, yes. The cracking hasn't gotten to you guys yet, hence why you're allowed to have a reaction.
I mean, Felix is just gonna brace for impact.
Okay.
So I don't know. Would that be blocking? Would that be?
I guess you can attempt blocking. Again, that will be disadvantage on blocking. And Adrian, what about yourself?
Just to make sure. When this thing, does it feel like a dragon's tail or does it feel like wood?
So that's a 4.
It feels like a dragon's tail. Or whatever you imagine a dragon's tail to feel like.
Okay, because I was going to use my powers on it. I thought it was just wood.
I mean, at the moment, you are under the assumption that it is a dragon's tail.
Hedge your bets.
I mean, it's up to you, but I mean, your character doesn't have the ability to use the thingy. So at the moment, if they think that it's dragon's tail, they wouldn't be able to use their power unless if they knew they could do it on living things.
I can't transform, so I can't just fly out of here.
I've got an idea. I'm not going to say anything though.
Well, this is my second nat 1 of the session.
It is. It's scary.
The dice gods woke up. I was talking about how the dice gods love me right before the stream started.
No, that is the cardinal sin. You should never tell people how much the dice gods love you. Right, Sam.
Fine, I will block because I don't have anything else to do.
Disadvantage.
Okay, well that's a 19 to start off.
Okay, a nice
Here's
start
the
off.
disadvantage roll, probably.
Awesome. Okay.
A 13. Which isn't too bad.
All of you attempt to use whatever you can, but it's to no avail. The cracks begin to crawl up towards you, and eventually it begins to start crumbling down with all of you in it, but not before all of you feel a tinge of pain around your torsos, midriffs, and arms.
Oh.
As you do so...
Does this thing, like, do anything before it begins to crack? No connection between my nullification and the thing that is carrying it.
Absolutely not. As it begins cracking and crumbling, and a great deal of pain shoots through all of your bodies. As I said before, it is only affecting on where the tail was wrapped around you. As we do so, and as it does hit all of you and start hurting you in a very weird way, you will all begin to take... I'm just having a look at this so I make sure that I haven't got this messed around. Okay, yep. You all take this much damage. Now, I'm only going to roll it once, meaning that you all will take the same damage together.
Yay.
As you all take 12 points of damage, as your bodies begin to start feeling like as if they're crumbling to dust. A great deal of pain goes through your bodies. As you then begin to fall, you will all allowed one reaction as you begin to fall.
Damn it! I still can't transform it over. Is this your way of getting me reactive transformation, Joe?
I don't know what you're talking about, Sam.
Forcing me to not just put all of my things into making me buffer.
No, I have no clue what you're talking about. Anyway, so
could I try acrobatics to try and like duck and roll, kind of disperse the...
Okay, yeah, roll, yeah, okay, I'll allow it. Roll acrobatics. What about yourself?
Is that at disadvantage?
No.
Okay.
We'll get into why that's not maybe in a little bit.
Because I rolled 2 nat ones and you're feeling sorry for me.
What's Fletcher saying in all this?
Hang on a sec. Eraser, roll me a survival, because that broke your vitality.
Okay.
You are okay, despite everything. Okay, so you roll acrobatics. I'll get to everyone's particular roles for what they're doing. So, anyone else got any examples as to what they're doing?
I mean, is it possible to activate inhuman movement and then do
Not
my action?
reactively, no. If the only reason I'll say this, only reason I'm saying this is because I'm not letting Sam roll to transform. That's the only reason.
Okay, fair enough.
If I'm not letting him roll to transform reactively, I definitely can't allow you to use that ability reactively.
Well, in that case, I need to, do something similar to Felix, because I use my big old bony arms to sort of jump from there to another tree, to break my fall. So it's like that I end up landing in a tree.
I want to point out the closest
of
tree to you is this one, technically, as you're falling, which would be for you, I'm going to say, let's say 2-3 meters away. So
that's okay.
Relatively close enough.
Yeah, okay. I'll give that a try. Is that disadvantage as well?
No, it's not. It's just
No.
it is acrobatics.
Okay. Okay, 12. I should have boosted myself up before this. Okay.
I mean, you didn't know that you were about to be attacked, to be fair.
I legitimately did have the same idea as Alex, because we're 30 feet up and I want to land on something relatively soft. Can I attempt to do the same?
Well, acrobatics and try and grab onto a tree.
Yeah, or get into more or less, yeah.
Okay, yeah, roll for it.
I'm just gonna try the same thing, I guess.
Okay, fair enough.
I knew it would happen.
So you, so to be fair, this is fair enough, because you don't actually have anywhere to go. You're actually further away from the trees than anyone else in the group, other than actually
I instantly die.
So you hit the ground. Okay, what did you get? Okay, any of you who got underneath 15, I'm afraid you'll take half of this.
I just barely got underneath 15.
Yeah, so...
Oh, I'll try.
I
can try and use sheer will, I guess.
Oh, yeah, no, I forgot about that, yeah. The only... By the way, if anyone's wondering as to why he can do that, the only reason when this ability is allowed to be used is after the fact that he's been hit by an attack.
Does actually work.
I believe so. Because isn't sheer will the one where you roll dice based off of the amount of damage that you're actually not going to take?
No, that's power through. Sheer will just halves physical damage.
Okay, so there's 30. You were 30 meters up, so the full damage will be numpty. The
This
full
will just
damage
hopefully
will
stop me
be
from
6
instantly dying.
d6s.
Oh,
Okay.
Jesus wept!
So
So that's
Adrian
14 everyone's taking.
and
Me dead.
Adrian and Felix, that is 14 each. So Felix, roll me
Yep.
I thought we
con
were supposed to be
fortitude.
fighting like normal people now.
You think Joe will keep as well as his word?
I want to point out, this encounter was balanced for you guys. This character is no more powerful than like the average set. I made sure everyone's milestones were the right amount. There's 3 of you who have 3 or above. 1 of you has 5, and fair enough, 1 of you has 0. But come on, cut me some slack. Okay.
Please take him.
And only
Jeez.
one person that can completely dodge things.
Okay,
If his
so
bars work.
if you're on 12, add that. That's okay. So you're on 40 damage. So obviously, Eraser, roll fortitude. Fletcher, you didn't actually get hit by this attack, so you're fine. Oh shoot! Yeah, I just for some reason I added the damage from that attack. So sorry, hang on a sec. Yeah, Fletcher, you're still on 31. You
Yeah,
haven't
I
taken
took
any
the
hits.
damage.
You're fine.
I want to know what's going on. Fletcher wants to know what he's seeing.
You'll trust me. You will get the whole shebang. So, Felix, you're fine. Cloak. Was that your
I'm
fortitude?
unconscious, but I at least am only taking a minor injury.
Was that your fortitude?
Yes.
Okay. So that damage was above double.
No, it wasn't because of sheer will.
Oh right. How much did you take off?
14.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. Yeah. So, I actually need to get rid of this thing in a second. So yeah. You're actually only on -1.
Unconscious.
Yeah, you're only on -1. Okay, nice. Yeah. So
Everyone on the ground. Can I transform now?
I'll tell. By the way, I'll tell you what your injury is later, Cloak.
Mental.
So, Adrian, let's go to you. You have taken half of this damage, which is
26.
14. Yeah, which puts you up to 26. That doesn't break your
Have 9
vitality.
health
And
left.
Felix, that does break your vitality and knock you clean out, but you only take 14. But you didn't gain an injury, so it goes from 12 to 26 as well. And you're on 0, so you're unconscious.
Yep.
And then
Okay.
Rakia, you do not take any damage, however you must roll me a con. A fortitude, specifically.
Oh my god, this
You
is
guys
like
shouldn't have out-leveled me, this is what happens.
You
don't
should have
have
leveled
XP.
up.
I can't level up, I don't have enough XP.
As you do so, you dislocate your shoulder on your right arm.
What?
As you are falling down and grab onto one of the branches, you dislocate your shoulder.
Ow!
You feel a great twinge of pain, but you do not take any extra damage. You will now not be able to use your left arm. Until, obviously, you relocate it. So, Fletcher.
Yes.
It's the Fletcher go! Go for it!
Do I need popcorn?
One sec, I just need to make sure that Rakia's... Yep, Rakia's in the tree. There
I'm in
she
the
is.
tree.
There you are, just
Yeah.
there. We'll come back to Rakia at some point. Eraser, you are there. Adrian, you also grabbed onto the tree, but then you sort of fell down?
The branch, but it just broke off immediately, and then I just like fell down and hit all the branches that kept breaking as I fell down.
So
and then just smashed against the ground.
So you're here.
So I slowed down my fall a bit. But just...
But yeah, just not enough. Right. So what happens with Felix first is because he hits the ground first. He sort of does a roll and then immediately sort of like grinds onto the floor face first and is just unconscious. You then see you're like, oh man, you know, I don't think anyone could have hit the ground any harder than, and immediately like, boosh! You just turn around and Cloak is just face first into the ground. You hear some branches snap and eventually Adrian's like, ow, 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 ow. And then a branch just starts snapping as Adrian is holding onto it with all their body and just falls face first onto the ground, holding and hugging a branch. You do not see Rakia, but you assume that she is either flying or somewhere in one of the trees. What actually happened was this guy.
To imagine Rakia learned how to fly.
This guy touched the branch and it started breaking apart as it became almost like sawdust. As it did so, it spread all the way across and eventually the whole thing disintegrated as they fell in a rainfall of sawdust. Now, you start looking at this guy.
Sawdust's not broken up all.
And no, sadly not. Because since you were heavier than it, you fell down first.
I don't think that's how gravity works, Drew.
Oh, let's not get into this one again.
Based on your natural one, it is at this point.
In fact, you're covered in piles of sawdust, so you are a cushion now. Because you fell down first.
So, what happens is you see this guy, and he's got this strange plant, like that's almost grown around his face, like a mask, and a weird sort of tank of sort of shape on his back, like a backpack made out of like wood. He turns and looks at you, and you could swear that his eyes are glowing green, like green haze and mist is coming out of it.
Okay.
I'm going to say you may now have a turn if you would like.
Hello there.
He looks at you only for a brief moment before saying this.
So, you've wandered into this part of the forest. It seems we are going to have to kill you.
I mean, that is an option. You could also direct us out of the forest if we are intruding the place that we should not be.
Are you not sure of what that band is upon your friend's arms? You are in a tournament. We fight to win.
Oh, I just thought you were some sort of wood spirit there. I didn't recognize you as another contestant.
I see. So the drugs are having their effect on you as well.
What drugs?
Never mind. You were able to be unaware, but yet you passed right through it. Intangibility user. Your kind have always been sneaky. Phasers, I believe you call yourselves.
Probably other ones call themselves that, but I have never actually encountered an phaser, as you call them.
Perhaps it is because that they are always trying to stay away from combat. And yet you're here. Makes sense. Why you're still alive.
It's not always honorable to shy away from a fight, especially when some things are on the line.
Well then, I won't hold you. Let's begin.
He then takes a fighting stance and waits for you.
Man, if I wasn't unconscious, I could totally roll chemistry.
If only there was a healer in the group that could actually do this, but no.
Yeah. Ugh.
Well, level up, Sam.
Yes, Sam.
Yeah, Sam. Why'd you focus
Sam.
everything on wasp physiology?
I did, terrible. Idiot me.
Alright, if my staff is not alert, I take a stance with it.
Okay.
And, I guess with my first action, I will call out to everyone. Whoever is still up, you didn't take too much damage, did you?
Just with my faulty, with my floppy arm, I get back. No.
Well, Aki is there.
You see Adrian just kind of lift her hand up with the twig. I'm still here. And just kind of drop back down to the ground.
Alright, Adrian's still with us. And I cannot assume a response from the racer. Felix must be knocked out. That's not good. Alright.
You're not losing too much.
Well, considering your state, Fletcher would be very concerned for your well-being. Alright, I'm just going to go for his legs, try and knock him prone.
Okay. You may do so. Just realised that wasn't updating. There we go. Okay, so you're attempting to knock him prone, so not actually do damage, but knock him prone. Okay. Okay, yeah, nice. You hit him, and you do indeed knock him prone. As you smack him in the leg, and he goes down.
Hey!
Indeed. Since that was an attack, you are now allowed to roll for, well, something else. What would you like to do with your second action?
Kill him.
Well, since this is an honorable duel, right, I don't think Fletcher would be doing that.
You think this... Okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
an honorable duel.
Yeah, every honourable duel has it that a guy attacks... Well, actually, then again, to be fair, he did attack all of you guys. I don't know. Either way. I won't say anything. Yeah, well, it's up to you.
Have you considered stamping on his face in an honourable duel?
I will smack him in his right arm.
Are you trying to injure him, or are you just trying to damage him?
Doing another injury. Actually, this time I will add Phase Cutter.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
By the way, since he already reacted to the previous one, and it wasn't actually an attack, and he failed, I now must only roll the con, since I'm not allowed to attack a second time, since the first thing that I did was react to a non-attack. Okay, so...
Well, it's a good thing you can't react to it then.
Yeah, I still have to roll for con, so his con might still beat this, but...
True.
There's also a possibility it might not, because I'm now looking at it, and I now have to change the plus sign to a minus. So, as you use face cutter with your thing, you said that you're going for his hand?
His arm.
Okay. As you do so, you sort of slash towards his arm, and it does actually cut quite deep into his arm, committing an injury that does a d6 of bleed for d6 of turns. So that's how long it will last, d6, so that's 4 turns. And this turn it's doing 2.
Nice.
Well done. Right, Rakia and Adrian, roll move speed
Hey.
to see who goes first out of the two of you.
Okay, plus. Oh.
Say 4.
Oh.
Adrian, it is your turn.
Well, going to transform.
Okay.
I'm going to attempt to go straight to night mode. Right. Yeah, we'll see.
Okay.
No.
No,
Doesn't work.
it doesn't. So,
I will attempt. Attempt again. Then, attempt again, and then stand up from the ground.
I will point out that you won't be able to stand up if you are prone.
Well, I'm prone, but I'm transformed fully.
Yep. There we go. Sorry, I was just trying to get it so that we know which ones are knocked out. Okay, well, you are you are transformed. Okay, you are now transformed. Well done. You know what I should have done? I should have had on one side your normal character art, and then on the other side your night mode. I don't know why I didn't think of that. I'm very sorry.
Next time.
The
Get it
fact
next
that
time.
the token is just me.
Hello.
Yeah, you ready?
Okay,
So
so we now,
I fall over and I can't get up.
okay, so we now come to Rakia and the trees.
With a tree.
They're
Well-
in the tree.
Well, my arm is dislocated, but I think because I couldn't activate my inhuman movement, before, I'm gonna have to do it now. This is trouble. Yeah. So yeah, 1d4.
Yep, roll 1d4.
Okay. 1. Yay!
Oh, brilliant. Okay, so it'll last for the
yeah.
next 4 turns. You have 1 more action left.
I'm gonna then go and I'm gonna stealth down this tree.
Okay,
so that-
roll
so that-
stealth.
Getting out of the full damage area. 12.
Okay,
Oh yeah, I could roll advantage on that technically, but never mind.
I did not mean to do that.
The tree's a little wobbly there.
I'm trying to get the select tool. There we go. So you're now down. There we go. I'll just pop you there because for some reason I can't put you too close to it. But yeah, you're stealthed. And since he's not looking your way, I'm not even going to bother rolling a perception.
Yeah, good.
Right.
That's my 2 actions.
Fletcher.
Mhm.
This guy. this guy attempts to basically get up, and then try to launch towards you.
Okay, then. Is this a reaction?
You are allowed to react if you would like.
That is the wrong dice chat.
No.
Thankfully, I did not commit to it. And I'm gonna, if he's leaping towards me, I'm just gonna run through him quickly.
Oh my god!
Jeez. Damn.
Fletcher is unstoppable!
So you pass right through him using counterfacing.
Yes.
You are allowed to
Oh, wait.
strike him.
Yeah.
So roll damage.
Damage? Just straight up?
Yeah.
Cool. I smack with the stick.
Mayek. Oh my god, are you serious?
Damn.
Well, okay, fair enough.
You know what? Take what you get. You know, it's fine. It's all good.
I went from maximum to double negative. Sure.
Yeah.
Hey, now I'm neutral.
You know what?
I'm
Fair
neutral.
enough.
I'm gonna take what I get.
And it now comes right back round to the beginning, to the beginning of this combat, as we now come back to your turn, Fletcher. As I will now roll the dice again for the damage that this guy takes from his cut arm.
You guys are doing great.
Okay.
Whoa, there we go.
So, Fletcher, what would you like to do? Hello?
Yes. Oh, sorry.
Okay.
It seems we are a little bit more unevenly matched. Do you care to keep going with this fight?
He just looks at you with the angriest eyes as, again, the green flickers in and out. Again, a weird sort of haze coming off of him.
I do not appreciate your mockery. If you would like to continue, then continue.
Very well. But may I ask a question?
He awaits.
I'm quite interested in your getup. Does it have anything to do with your abilities?
What I wear is none of your concern.
Okay. I come at thee once more.
Very well.
I'm just going to charge him and do the same thing I did again. Go for the legs.
Okay. At this point, he darts, sort of like a boxer, past it, and then just full on gut punches you. As he does so, he
Hey, you got me.
I'm just having a look at it. I speak good, I swear. There we go. 11 points of damage.
21.
You are now on 20 health. As it's now the turn of Adrian.
Yeah, guys, does it look like Felix and the person, like, does it look like a fair fight in my eyes?
Well, as you said,
Fletcher.
I mean, are you?
Hey,
By the
get
way,
up.
are you?
I'm Fletcher, even, sorry.
I'm going to ask this. Do you want to get up without rolling, or would you like to get up via rolling?
If I get up via rolling, will I still have 2 actions?
No. Oh no, sorry, no. If you get up via rolling, you will still have 2 actions if you succeed.
Is it a dex roll?
It is indeed a dex roll. Or then again, it can be either that or strength. It has to be labour. And
Strength.
Yeah, it has to be labour.
We'll do that. I have good labor.
Yeah, I thought so.
I labor good.
I labor good.
Mostly because I'd have to roll two d20s minus something.
Hang on a second.
advantage with
Are
dexterity.
you in your hybrid wasp mode, or are you in your night mode?
I'm in night mode.
Okay, if you're in night mode, you need to roll that d4.
I forgot.
Yeah. And then I need to minus 1 from it.
That's me getting up.
Oh, Steve 20, no,
D24.
D4, mate, I think.
Okay, so you
only.
have two rotations left. Yeah, so you
Okay,
get
so
up, and you still have 2 actions. What would you like to do?
Did I hear him talking about drugs?
So, I'm going to say yes, but when you look over at him, you don't see a man. You see some kind of weird demonic creature. Blackened skin, as dark as actual, like, charcoal, cracks all over it, leaking green, and again, no mouth, but it has eyes that scream. As this thing is sort of fighting against what seems to be Fletcher, but when you catch a glimpse of his face, it looks like some kind of fly instead of Fletcher.
Okay, so... Okay.
Best way to put it, you tripping balls, son.
Yeah, I'm under the thingy's fear toxin.
Oh, fuck, I'm fighting goddamn Scarecrow?
I don't think Adrian is afraid of those kind of things because there's husks that
I
all
want
look like
to point
demons.
out this is less to play on. This is less to play on your fears. If what I've said is not necessarily scary to your character, that doesn't really matter. This is still a fact
it's just
that you are
triggered all that.
hallucinating. Yeah. If
yeah.
what I've said would actually scare your character, then yeah, we'll do that. But I'm not specific. As I said, I'm telling you what you're seeing rather than oh, what is your character's greatest fear?
Just a
The
big
hive.
pile of laundry.
Breathe.
Big pile of undone laundry.
No.
I'm joking.
Okay,
Say-
so what you got?
Does it, to my eyes, beyond the hallucination, does it look like a fair fight between Fly Fletcher and Big Horned Dude?
In all honesty, you don't know because that again, since you're tripping balls, you have no idea if this thing is actually being able to like take any damage from him. Although so far he's only been hit once. You don't know what, you can't really sort of gauge it because everything around you is sort of hazy, and everything sort of has weird blurry sort of like just everything has a tracer. Everything is like a blurry tracer. Like you sort of see the after image of a person moving at the speed of a turtle. So right now you're not entirely sure who's winning.
Okay. Okay. I think Adrian might attempt to stumble over and kind of aim for the face, I guess. Just kind of punch the face.
Okay.
You can actually crap. Can I get my my stabby things, my pincers?
Yeah. Roll to use Stinger Blade.
Finger.
No.
Nope.
Well, that's a fail. So I'm just going to.
Too high for Stinger Blade.
Yeah, I'm just going to try and punch him, I guess.
Very.
Punch him.
No, it's just.
Oh,
Oh,
that makes that.
As you go to punch him,
I'm going to have to hurt you, unknown creature. And then Adrian just punches, twirls into place, and it falls over.
As you go to punch him, your hand suddenly loses impact as you touch him, and your hand starts taking an incredible amount of pain all the way through it. Your chitin feels awful. As you pull your hand back, you've realised it's too late and you have taken some more damage. The damage that you have been dealt is 7 points, which is not that bad. But you were able to take an entire blast of fire to the face in this mode, and it did nothing. So why the heck is that happening? Why are you feeling pain in this form?
Does it feel like when I had my hand decayed?
A little, but not exactly the same.
Does it feel like when I got lightning blasted?
No.
What other damage is Adrian taking that could be? I roll to see if I know what pain this is.
I just realised you are now on 33 damage. You are 2 points of health away.
Yeah. Yeah. Literally every battle, Adrian's like, "Oh, I'm gonna buff up." Knocks out.
Immediately
Rakia.
3 HP.
Yes.
It is now your turn. This thing you are now seeing is, weirdly enough, again, a weird creature-like monster of any proportion under the sun that does not make sense. And the reason is, it looks kind of like a shadow for a second, then it looks like a demon, then it looks like some kind of like weird, like bulbous creature, and then it looks almost like human. But either way, it just doesn't look like as if it has a natural form. In fact, its form almost looks like as if it's undecisive as to exactly what it is.
Okay, what do I roll to determine if this is a genuine power or it's like that time I licked that frog?
History.
Okay, history. Here we go.
It's probably that abstract shape that keeps jumping outside my window. Curse you, abstract shape! I can never see what you are!
No. Oh man, this too powerful.
You have
too
no
powerful.
idea what you're seeing.
I've never seen this shit before. I mean, yeah, okay, in that case, think about it later. Throw in a knife at it from the shadows.
Okay, roll.
Yeah, and this is advantage.
Yeah, it's advantage for you, yeah.
Yeah, it's advantage for me. Okay, here we go.
Natural ones again.
So now... Shut up, Sam. Shut up, Sam.
There can be multiple natural 20s.
Okay, so what did you get? Okay, so you got 23, and I think I got 25? No, I didn't get 25. I got 24. Okay, so you throw the knife at him. What's the knife made of again? Sorry.
Oh, it's one of the ones that Adrian made out of those bull horns. Horn knives.
Okay.
+2 or something.
As you throw the knife, it hits against his skin, and it just disintegrates.
Huh. Okay.
As when that happens, he only sort of got a glance at where it came from, and he then points his finger off at you and begins saying this.
Do not think that I cannot defeat all of you in this place. I already know exactly who you are, so why don't you just sit down, relax, and enjoy the trip.
As his face begins to contort, and weird black smoke comes from his eyes. As he says this.
Can I react to that?
No, but it is his turn. As he attempts to try and do some kind of spin kick to kick both of you at the same time. Now I'm just rolling that. That's the thing that you have to react against, and I'm just rolling this to see if this works. Okay. So you guys are trying to react against the 28.
God damn it.
So, I mean...
Wait, is he using strength or dexterity?
Technically, it's hand-to-hand.
From all of us? So, okay, well, I guess that I'm gonna have to evade or something.
No, he's just doing a spin kick
to
the ones that within melee range, don't worry.
Okay, I'm
the
good,
ones
right.
within melee range, and I assume the ones who are awake.
Yeah, the two ones that are awake, yeah.
It was me attempting to block and then probably get knocked out immediately.
Oh! Damn.
I am.
Ooh. Yeah, as both of you get hit by this. Adrian. His foot hits you, and it does almost nothing. His foot hits you, Fletcher, and it does do something. However, where his foot grazed you, Adrian, you suddenly feel a horrible dryness, and suddenly your chitin begins to crackle again, as you take 13 points of damage. You are now on
Get knocked out immediately.
Yeah. Is it you on 46 damage? And you are now unconscious as you detransform. Fletcher, you get hit by the kick and you feel the dryness. As you do this, you take not only 11, but then 13 points of damage. Since this is all in one attack, that means that you are taking 24 points of damage.
Ow. There goes my vitality.
Yes, roll me, I'm going to say, survival.
It's going so well for all of us.
Yeah.
Wonderfully.
Oh. Yeah, that just about... Yeah, you're lucky because it doesn't actually do 30 damage in total. If it had, then you would have had to have gotten a little high roll. But yeah, other than the fact that you're unconscious, you're not injured.
Yeah. I don't want another fracture in my face.
Eraser. Felix, roll me survival.
That's right. Okay.
Awaken.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Let's see.
Damn it, Bill. I've just seen your snarky comment.
Does my proficiency in survival skills?
No, so survival skill is survival
okay.
list. Yeah, so you'd need survival.
Flat roll.
Yeah.
Well, 19.
Oh shoot. Okay. You're back up with positive 2 health.
2. That's better than I thought it would be.
Indeed, which is definitely good. As you are now back up, which I shall come here. You there we go. Felix is back up, and
yes, Felix. Definitely a token of Felix. Yes, Felix is back up.
Felix is indeed back up. How do I? There we go. That will make things a lot easier. Okay, right. So, you are back up. We now go back to Rakia.
Yay, it's me again. Rakia's a little concerned right now. Like, when you said... I mean, can I roll, like, ingenuity to come up with or creativity to come up with a plan of what to do in this?
Come up with ingenuity, yeah.
Okay. 20, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right, I got +7, come on. 13?
Okay, so if this thing does have powers, there are 2 ways that you can go about this. You can either attempt to keep on attacking it with weapons and hope that eventually it won't be able to decay them, meaning that either you will hit him hard enough for his decay not to really matter, or that you will hit him faster than he can reactively use it. On the other hand, keeping your distance is also quite nice, but there is another person who might be able to help you. However, you need some way of reviving that person. if that person were awake, they could nullify this thing's powers. If their power is to make things disintegrate.
Aha. Okay, I'm gonna stealth on over to my best friend in the whole world. Okay, oh, this is advantage too, because this is my second turn on this. D20 plus a 12. So that's like 25. Oh.
Yep.
Damn, you're so hard to see.
Yeah, 25. He does not notice you go over to your bestest friend.
Yeah. Friendship powers activate. I mean, can I? Yeah, I mean, with him, because I patched him up with my with my, you know, with my ingenuity. Could I do that again? Like, help him get awake, or like?
Do you have anything that might be able to heal him?
Not on me, I don't think. Like, would survival help?
We don't have any healing items left.
Oh, did everyone eat the phoenix flowers?
Nope, I still have one on me.
Ah, but no one knows that.
Instead of eating it.
No one knows that.
Yeah, like, did like Adrian also?
I never got one.
At the time, you didn't need one. Right. The only thing that you can do is just state that you're attempting to wake him up, and then he just gets another roll for survival to wake up.
Yeah, I'll try that.
I was to say, I do still have that airtight mug of bear blood.
I mean, that is also a possibility.
I mean, it's Adrian on the floor as well.
Yeah, Adrian is knocked out as well, yeah.
Okay, well, you know, I'm going to, like, you know, I guess I'll stealth over to him and grab the mug.
Okay, roll stealth again.
Okay. Do. Oh, thank you, advantage rolls.
Oh, comfy.
Yeah. So you stealth on over. And that is the end of your turn, as you have now gotten up to Adrian. As we now go on to this guy. So, as he's sort of just like sort of standing in between what he thinks are three opponents, he then starts walking towards Rakia's direction to try and see if he can find where Rakia was. As he has done so, I'm going to say that during this time, Rakia and Felix, you have one free action. What would you like to do in that time?
I am... Is it possible to grab, you know, I mean, that's the thing, because, you know, he's gonna, you know, try and come after me, so... But
I mean, he doesn't even know where you are, I mean...
I mean, yeah, I want to grab that blood.
Okay.
I'm gonna grab that blood.
Alright then. You can grab the blood. If you'd like, you can also attempt to stealth over to someone else.
I can do that.
Yeah.
Oh
okay.
yeah, I'm gonna try that. Yeah. Whether this is my plan, I'm gonna try and get the nullifier up.
Okay, Felix, what about yourself?
Don't forget about the badge on him.
Yeah, Felix, what about yourself?
As well.
Would I be able to just run up and try and hit him with the knuckle duster?
Yeah, you can if you'd like.
Yeah, that's what I'll do.
Alright, roll it.
Stuff smack up the side of the head.
You can roll strength or hand to hand, it's up to you.
I will roll hand to hand, I think. So it's... I'm just trying to remember what all my modifiers are.
I believe it's 5, but I might be wrong.
I think it's +5. Or just to hit. Because of the hand-to-hand. So... 23.
Nice. As you smash him in the face with this knuckle duster, Again, you're hitting this faceless demon, or should I say, the mouthless demon, in the face with this knuckle duster. Roll your damage.
Okay, so knuckle dusters.
Hopefully bleed damage for him.
Yeah, they do have bleed damage.
He's bleeding in two places.
My brain is not working. Trying to remember the exact everything attack rolls.
I believe your ones. I believe your ones are 2d4s plus your strength modifier plus your knuckle dusters plus the bleed damage.
So 2d4 plus my.
Dibs on the TO piece.
2d4 plus strength plus the. Plus the knuckle dusters, which is plus 5. Plus 1d6 bleed.
I believe so.
Yeah.
What you got? Jeez. Okay. So let's see the physical damage for a second. So let's remove the d6 of bleed, which is then it goes from 21 down to 25. No, sorry, 15. Huh. It goes from 21 down to 15. If I'm just having a look here. Okay. Yeah, you hit him straight in the face in this weird mask. Well, in his face. And as you do so, you launch him back just a couple of feet as you deal him 15 points of damage. Which then, as that happens, he then goes flying back, smacks back down onto the ground, prone, and is not moving.
Felix is just breathing heavily as he pushes his glasses back up onto his face.
As we now come back to Rakia.
Yeah, I'm gonna attempt to heal my bestest bud. And give him some. I mean, actually, no. Wait, is this mug sealed up?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. It's it's covered. I can only open it because I have my powers. You can cut it open, probably.
Yeah, but you only had one knife because the knife.
Oh no, I've got two knives. So I've got one,
No, I've
so
got
I can.
stuff on me, but to be fair, it's fairly obvious what I have on me.
Well, I mean, I'm going to. I just, Rakia, having realised this, go inwardly, and is using her remaining knife to try and get it open, to try and get something out so
Roll
I can pour
knife
it.
proficiency.
I also can't actually remember what it's made of. It could be made of stone. Could be made of sand. I don't remember.
I think he bent a gauntlet, or no, not a gauntlet, a dagger or something out of it. No. Juice and Rakia, both of you roll me a perception.
Perception, okay.
Oh, wait, is that advantage too?
Nope.
Yeah, that is advantage. Yeah, do it too.
No.
No, it isn't. Right. Okay.
Nope.
A 16, not bad. The rolls are coming around.
Hey. Rakia doesn't see this, but Felix.
Don't rely on us.
I can do that already.
Felix, you do, and I'm going to say you can attempt to roll a charisma for this, but you start seeing vines crawling and creeping their way to Rakia, and Cloak's location.
You said roll charisma?
Yep, to see if you can shout in time for Rakia to be able to react to this.
No.
No. As the vines begin tightening themselves around Rakia, Cloak, and then you look over, and it's also they're also tightening around Fletcher and Adrian. You are the only person who, for some reason, has not been bound by these yet. As you begin to have a look around you, you see coming from the tree behind you, there are branches that are starting to grow and move, and attempting to get closer to you.
What we should do.
You can either attempt to react using move speed, to run away, or acrobatics or finesse, or evasion.
Let me look at my stats. I mean, pretty much all those are the same roll.
Move speed, I think, is the only one that you got good, I think.
I mean, yeah, move speed is a +8, so I might just move speed to just try and avoid.
Okay.
So...
Whee!
God.
Okay. Is it good enough? No. As you get grabbed by all of the vines, and so do your group, you are all then gathered and then pulled towards the further depths of the forest, as you are now pulled in this direction. I'll try and grab all of you at once. As you begin to be pulled away from the body that you had taken down.
Ooh.
Some time later, you are gathered. Ooh. Just going to move these things out of the way. You are gathered to a different location, covered in a great deal of vines and plants. However, they are all wrapping around one sort of empty spot. As the vines eventually bring you in together and dump you in the middle of a large amount of trees and vines.
Uh-oh.
You are then bound up against all of the walls. And I will try to keep you guys relatively close in this large area, and you are bound to the trees through the vines. Now obviously only a few of you are conscious at this point. Yes. As you do so, some vines are pushed out of the way and reveal someone in green clothing, holding some kind of stick.
No!
Oh no, Stickman!
Oh
And
no, it's the man with sticks. And he's got 2 berries, no less.
Oh no.
this nondescript person eventually walks closer to, funnily enough, you, Felix.
I mean, Felix is one of the only people awake.
As the vines and leaves open around her face, she leans in closely to you. Now, if I were a guessing girl, I'd say that you were human.
That is correct.
You have no powers, otherwise you would have used them against Dry. And yet, here we are. Your team was quite difficult, but we already knew that, otherwise we wouldn't have bothered trying to fight you so sneakily. And the rabid one over in the corner, we already knew that she was going to be an issue. But
I'm just struggling.
as you struggle, the vines get tighter around your limbs.
Well, that's gotta hurt the arm.
Oh, absolutely. You'll forgive my rudeness, but I must simply say that I'm intrigued. Your team are very well balanced. Quite similar to my sibling. But you're the odd one out. Why is that?
Well, you don't always get to pick what group you're in, but things happen. Sacrifices were made.
You mean
No.
sacrifice? You're talking about something you gave away. What is it that you gave away?
Well, my powers. If that wasn't obvious enough, reasons I'm not using powers is because I don't have.
My God. So it's true. The Haskonian, she can take powers. Otherwise she wouldn't have taken yours. Interesting. To think that there is actually someone here who can take powers. Well, we must of course kill her, making sure that she won't do the same to myself. After all, my brother and I do have special abilities, but ours are a little bit more trickier than most. Of course, it's how you use them, but my brother, he has more of a brute force-like power. It doesn't matter who wields it, it's always the same level of power, but of course, it is quite good in his hands. Thank you for that information. Now I think I must kill you. Obviously, the whole point of this was to defeat you. After all, most of your points have been drained out of you at this point, right? You've been knocked out so many times over the last few days. And of course, my brother and I were able to defeat the lot of you. It's just you and the Haskonian girl left.
Could
Go on. Hello? Is that working? Oh no, Discord's messed up. Hello? No, Discord, no! Sorry folks, we're having a few technical issues. We'll try and get back on with them for in a second. We seem to be having some issues. Okay. For those of you who are watching the recording, because the stream has gone down, I knew this was going to happen. For some reason my internet has been bugging out recently, so I just came prepared with the recording as well as the stream. Hopefully it will be back up soon, but in the meantime, all I will say is I'm hoping that our team can do something about this next threat. I will say, just as clarification, everyone has what's known as milestones. These basically, in this game, it's the equivalent of a certain amount of levels. So every 5 levels is a milestone. The reason as to why they're called milestones is because not only does it mean by a certain point your modifiers are higher, but it also means that every 5 levels you're then rewarded with 5 extra XP. 5 extra HP. The reason why this is important is because that as you level up, you'll become trickier and trickier to, get killed. But at the same time, it's also a little more difficult for your opponents to be killed. Now, by a certain amount of milestones, they increase threat level. So the more milestones they have, the more difficult they have. Now, the average, as I said, was around about 3. Juice, playing as Felix, Fletcher, and Adrian, they all have 3. Which basically means that they'd have about 15 points of health more than they would have started with. And as for Rakia, played by Alex, has an extra 5 milestones, meaning 25. Now, as we've already heard the joke being said before, Cloak doesn't actually have any.
Up.
Hey, wait, we're back.
Oh.
Yeah, so the stream bugged out, and obviously my thing's gone. But I kept the recording. I was just saying for the recording's sake, so that then it wasn't just talking for no reason. I was saying about the milestone things. Basically, Cloak doesn't have any. He's at 0. But at the same time, the opponent or opponents, the 2, have the same equivalent as the average 3, meaning that they have no more than 3 milestones. Anyway, without any further ado, sorry, Felix, what were you trying to say?
I was asking if I could try and break out and grab them by the throat.
Okay. Roll me. I'm gonna say. Roll me strength.
Okay. Don't tell me now, dice gods. How's a 14 gonna fare me?
I'm not sure because my device is not picking up anything. In a second.
What you're saying is it's a success.
What I'm saying is that I don't know what is and what isn't a there we go. Okay, I don't know if it's come up now for everyone else. So you said it's 14. I'm trying to get it working on the computer, but for some reason it's not working. Is it going to load? Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with my internet. It's been ages since it bugged out like this. Well, I've got a 16, so no. As you try to sort of break out, she's still just watching you. Roll me a nerve, both you and Rakia.
Oh, this ain't good.
If I get above 10, I'll add it to my stockpile.
Oh boy.
Oh.
This one's going in my stockpile.
I guess this ain't going in my stockpile.
Wow. Joe, are you doing this? Do you really want the revealing campaign that bad?
I can't see it. It's so annoying.
Rolls have been abysmal.
Okay, well, I'm sorry those of you who would like to actually see what the rolls are, but I apparently can't get them up on this computer. I might actually just quickly disconnect Discord and try and jump back on it. Hang on a second.
Okay.
Alright, let's try it.
Right.
Saying is these rolls.
These are clearly both nat 20s.
Yeah.
Just don't. You don't even need to look. They're both nat 20s.
Yeah.
This is all our fault. This is our fault. We've came to him with characters that are so great that he just wants to see them in action.
Yeah.
Okay, well, sadly those of you at home won't be able to see it because Discord has decided not to work today. Okay, so you got a 5 and Raki, you got an 8. Felix and
No, that's yeah. No, yeah, well, minus 3,
so 5. Either way. You're sort of panicking a bit because that both of you are just like, oh, this isn't good. She said that she's going to kill us, and she looks like she means it. As she sort of starts walking up to Felix very slowly, as she gets point blank right up against him. As she then places her chest against his, gets in close, and then just starts saying, you know, I really wouldn't mind someone like you around. Of course.
Oh, God.
You did hurt my brother, and I can't let that go. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my vines to strictly tighten around you until every ounce of your body is ready to burst. And when you finally pop like a little meat balloon,
I was gonna say like a grape, but you know.
your blood will be the very thing that gives my plants that effervescence that they've been needing. The strength of a full-hearted human ready to sacrifice everything. Who knows? Maybe if the circumstances were different. It doesn't matter. Do you say that?
No.
As she begins tightening your bindings, and you are in a great deal of pain, roll nerve to see if you
not into bondage.
to see if you don't scream out in pain.
That's it. I'm kick gaming.
You withstand it for quite a bit, actually, as they sort of tighten up.
Free to the stockpile. Ignore that.
as they start tightening up, you're not giving in. As she goes, oh, okay. Let's see how far that this will be taken then. Let's see what happens. Will your arms break before your skin peels away? As then more vines start wrapping around you and begin tightening. Now I'm going to roll something.
I guess none of the rest of us can roll survival.
Roll me con, and I'm going to say fortitude with disadvantage.
Okay, let me...
Bye, Felix.
Yeah.
No, Felix, no, I'll try and get out of this.
Such an ironic name.
Okay, so 3.
He just couldn't.
Yeah, so 3. The vines start being covered in blood as you can feel your skin being ripped apart from the tree bark, basically twisting your arms. As again, roll me nerve.
Okay.
You grit your teeth to the point of which your mouth is actually filling up with blood, because you are just not giving her the satisfaction. And as you're sort of dipping in and out of consciousness, as the blood begins to pour from your body into her plants, the one last thing that you sort of remember is the face of that girl who takes your powers. As you start dipping in and out, and you then go unconscious. Rakia, roll me nerve with disadvantage, or willpower with disadvantage.
Well, I guess willpower, frankly, because that's the, Oh, I'm gonna have willpower. This is my only chance. Wow, okay.
Natural 20, and then obviously 15, which is obviously then demodified 13. You're sort of like oddly calm. You're like, your heart rate is beating like nothing, but at the same time you are feeling a certain level of no, wait until she gets closer, because if she gets closer, I might be able to bite her. Who knows, I might be able to do something. Because you're just thinking of all the different possibilities that you could use. Okay, if my arms are broken, how do I get out of this? Okay, how do I use this to my advantage? You're looking at this entire room and her as now a game as to how quickly you'll get out of this and how quickly she'll be dead. at this very point, she then turns around and goes, "Now, time for the Huskonian. I'm going to roll something."
Okay.
Is it the game over button?
No, no.
Time to play my vampire character now.
Flip a coin.
Felix, roll me willpower with disadvantage.
Cool. Great. That's a +0, so you know. 10.
As you sort of pass out, as the blood drips from your now sort of sagging mouth, she then walks away, and then I want to say, roll me a perception, Rakia.
Okay. Okay, D. Do I get an advantage on that because my thing's still going, I think, or is it over?
No, it's over.
No, it's over, never mind.
Also, it only helps with Dex.
Yeah, really? Oh, I thought it had it for other things. Never mind. Okay, so, yeah, so Perception 7. Go on. Alright.
You could have sworn that you heard a heartbeat in the back of your head.
Weird.
She stops moving. Did you hear that?
I sort of give a little smile and nod my head.
There are all sorts of strange creatures on this island. I best kill you before one of them comes to, well, eat the rest of your corpses.
Yeah, close.
Okay. Time to speed this up.
Alright.
Roll me, I'm going to say, an insight, and I'm just going to quickly do something.
Yeah, okay, insight. Yeah, 7, that's still a 7. Oh. I'm so insightful today.
You start seeing something. It's very creepily ominous. The blood that is dripping out of Felix, it's starting to almost make the plants sort of go a very strange sort of veiny vibe. They're sort of like getting bigger and bulkier. Almost like they're like suckling on him and feasting on him.
Oh,
Well, that-
no.
Well, I know that's something. She's in my range, right?
No, she's still there. She's sort of weirded out, and now she's beginning to walk 1 meter.
Okay. Joe, how long is my extended tongue? Extendable tongue.
It's 4 meters. No, 5 meters, sorry.
Is she within range of that?
She will be in a few steps' time, as she now goes to 4 meters away from Felix.
Okay. So, I'm just waiting. Just wait until she gets with it, within it.
Yeah. As she then says, "You know, my brother and I honestly didn't really want to kill people at the beginning, but obviously that changed a little. He's currently healing somewhere else. Of course, I brought him with me, but I'm not exactly going to divulge that information, but it's just funny, you know." One is the one who creates plant life to make one hallucinate, and the other one runs in and strikes them down. Honestly, I don't think that we would have gone that far if we had tournament rules and regulations. Punch jockeys are always the same. They don't often do much. After all, that's not really all that difficult to see why. Just because you throw a good punch or hit someone hard enough, it's not really the same as tactically controlling the environment. But still, people think that it's unsportsmanlike. As she says, still, it's unsportsmanlike, you hear ripping and tearing. As immediately, like a bullet or a cannonball, the entire tree behind her is destroyed. As there is now a giant behind her about to throw a mega punch, striking her in the back of the skull. Roll damage, Felix.
Felix! Oh yeah!
As she doesn't even realise it, she's only turning round ever so slightly before this gigantic, just barely metal-wrapped fist punches her directly in the skull.
Now's my chance.
As that happens, she is then launched backwards, taking 21 points of damage. And then, I just have to roll this, because this is also a disadvantage for her. As you crack her so hard in the face, blood just sprays out of her, as she's now, like, flying towards Rakia. Rakia, would you like to do anything as she's flying towards you?
I'm gonna do what I've been wanting to do, you know, since she was walking towards me. My secret weapon, my extremity whip on my tongue.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, y'all forgot I had an extendable tongue, didn't you?
I never forget.
Here we go.
That was
Actually,
flashes.
let's check out extremity whip. Yeah, it's pure technique. I have plus 15 rights. Yeah.
Yep.
Here we go. Hit the target doing 1.5 damage. Can I do it? You were...
Am I still asleep?
As you attempt to hit her, she falls to the ground as your tongue just barely hits her, like it just misses her, and she then falls to the ground. Felix, it is now your turn. However, the thing is, you don't see anything or anyone but this woman in front of you.
I will walk over. Grunt. You don't hurt my friends, and I will stomp her face in.
Jeez, roll for it.
Okay. Is it the same modifier?
Yep, it's maxed out.
So, 23 to hit.
As you do so, she attempts to cover herself in vines to protect herself. Roll damage.
Okay. 1 second.
As at first, half of it... Actually, no, I'm going to roll this. I was going to say half, like blocking, but I think this makes a lot more sense if I do it this way. Yes! As you just break through these, like, weak-ass imitations of what the plants were that she was controlling before, as it just shreds through and your foot just stamps into this dome of vines, as then all of a sudden the vines just... You just hear a wet splashing sound. And I I actually have to roll Constitution again.
Felix, buddy, I think you stepped in something.
Jeez. Okay. Yep. As you hit something, and the vines then loosen up around all of your comrades, as the vines also loosen around your leg, and the dome falls to pieces. Jeez.
I like go up to this big buff Felix, kind of nonplussed by it, and just present the unopened mug. And I was just sort of like, could you get this open for me?
Felix will attempt to open the object.
Fair enough.
This is a strength check with super strength.
You can roll labor if you have a labor to add to it as well.
Labor doesn't add anything. But I think it is +9, so.
Okay.
17.
Yeah, you bust it open like as if it's like a can of Coke, and it has one of those tags.
I'm gonna go over to gonna do my initial plan and give some of this blood to my good buddy, Eraser.
As you do so, Eraser, roll me a fortitude or survival. Okay, you are healed for. You are woken up and you are healed for 1 point of health.
What's the point at this point?
And since you are also awoken, you are also awoken with that. So you have +4, so that gets rid of the thingy. So damage instead of 24 is now 19. There we go.
So I'm gonna use the blood on my other comrades as well, if there's enough.
Okay, so you do so. Roll me survival, Fletcher and Adrian. I'm just going to say, put you guys there.
Oh.
Just bad, both of us.
There we go, we finally got it back. Here we go. Oh, there we go. It's down on the screen for those. Yeah, so you guys have been healed a little. However, Felix, you're still in your powered mode, and you're still looking at this, like, this body. As the others are sort of being healed, you saw a can, and you heard someone say, "Open it." And you opened it. You're still only looking at this person in front of you. You don't feel anything towards this person, but you can't stop staring at them. Their face caved in slightly. Puncture marks and obvious lacerations, but even worse, the skull was definitely very badly cracked. And yet you feel nothing towards this. The area suddenly opens up. You can feel your thoughts come back to you. You are on 2 points of health. Your arms are covered in cuts that at first were bleeding a lot, but now they're just covered in blood. For some reason, you have your powers.
I present to Felix, who is towering over me straight, weirdly. I present anger of blood.
There is only a small amount of the blood left within this mug.
I guess I'll take it.
Fair enough. Roll survival.
Okay. Okay. I think. Well, I'm buffed up. Do I have any extra modifiers that apply to con? I forget.
Yes, yeah. It's your
Okay,
con, super con, and survival.
Alright, well...
Not survivalist, survival.
Yeah, regular con and survival are both just +0, so...
Okay.
Just, I guess just +6 then, I think is...
Okay, so that's 19, okay. That would be... There you go. You are healed for 4 points, and your cuts seal up on your arms. Everyone is now awake. You no longer feel the weird effects of the haziness. Your minds are sort of clearing. You're no longer under the effects of the hallucinogenic substance. Now,
Are you sure? There's a big buff man that kind of looks like Felix.
you guys can have a think about that. I'm just going to quickly roll some d4s because all of you got knocked out.
What? Not me. I didn't get knocked out.
Yeah. You know what I mean. I know you didn't get knocked out, but the others.
Stars again.
The others did. Anyway, yeah. So, chat amongst yourselves.
I feel like Felix is going to go ahead and de-transform.
Okay.
Felix is going to get all those points back because he's just, completely demolished this awful lady.
I also decked their brother in the face.
Mm.
Yeah, it's true. Didn't knock him out.
He was killed.
Was he killed? That's the question. We'll have to go find him. Oh, Cloak. Oh.
Did he have any points?
Not that you guys knew of, because obviously
Sure.
he didn't share that knowledge with you. And then finally, Fletcher. Okay, so I've got your stuff written down here, so I'm just going to add all of them together real quick. Again, talk amongst yourselves. Felix has got his powers back, guys. Like,
Felix is feeling a little lightheaded.
I'm just adding the points together, like out of all the things that you lost.
All the armor that's on him, does it just like expand outwards and explode, or is he still like?
It's pretty much all of his armor is pretty much just broken at this point.
I mean,
Oh guys, did you see how I survived that fall? Crazy, huh?
I want to point out, like, you feel like your face really hurts. Not that anyone can see, but you can definitely feel your mask is filled up with blood, as you're pretty sure that you have a broken nose.
who has a, I just, I'm gonna go, I go right up to Felix, tap around the arm, saying, "Can I ask you something, Felix?"
Yes. Yeah. What's up?
Do you have that phoenix flower?
I don't think I have that phoenix flower. I'm pretty sure I ate it.
Aww. Oh well.
I do still have plenty of fruit, though.
Maybe we should
cook. Yeah, I could cook us something.
That'd be nice. I've got fruit. Oh, I think I can cloak. Hold on. And I just go up to, cloak and say, "Feeling okay?"
Yes, totally fine. Especially from a fall of that height.
Yeah, that was lucky. We need you to heal up because we might have to fight the other one.
I don't think there's much point in healing up. There'll be an intermission soon.
We have to kill the green flame.
No, we don't.
Yes, we do. What if Tendra gets to them first, and then we won't be able to beat them?
Is that really a problem at this point? We already can't take those people on. What's one more power?
He got the drop on us, and the green flame is already injured. There was so much blood.
I don't think you understand. We can't take on Pendra and Ten anyway. If they had another power, it wouldn't make any difference. Especially since if we could fight them in the first place, then at that point you'd hope that we could nullify them.
You see, but we need to get stronger. And we don't want them to get stronger. So, and the way that they get stronger is by stealing powers.
I just don't see that as an issue right now.
Felix, I wanted to just let you know something. Just quickly, obviously you have cuts all over your arms. When you look at your left arm, you notice a point value on your arm that you genuinely think that might be wrong. At first, so beforehand you had 178. Now you're like, oh, it's 187. Okay. Wait, where's that? Why is there an extra 3 there? As you look there, and it's actually 1,873.
Oh, nice.
I feel like Felix is looking at his arm and just contemplating what all just happened.
Roll me nerve.
Okay.
Stockpile.
Back in black!
16. I'll go ahead and give a D10 as well.
Yep. As for Adrian, you lost half, which obviously means that instead you have 374 divided by 2.
Adrian would be looking at it to see what time it is as well, how long they've been asleep for.
I will tell you in a second, because there's also something very important about this, which I will get to in a second. Fletcher, you are on 1 point, and Cloak, you are on 1 point.
1 point what?
1 point on your band.
Okay, Sarah.
Adrian, you're not too sure why, but the clock is telling you a different number than you thought. When you started this, when you first got attacked, it was 4:35. You're damn sure it was 4:35. It is now 9:30 a.m.
Is that the sun?
We had 4 hours left. It's not 5 hours. Maybe
No.
teleported back.
You now have only half an hour left.
So they were awake for 4 hours. I was done with them.
But
Okay.
again, since they're under weird hallucinogenics, it may have seemed like no time at all.
No, I'm not thinking of that. I'm thinking of the lady just dragging them for 4 hours before waiting to talk to them. Like, yeah, we'll just drag 4 hours, then we'll talk to them. Unless she was on drugs. But
Well,
okay.
I don't know if she ever said her name, but her brother's name was Dry.
I know, but
Her name's probably Ad. Yeah.
I was gonna say.
probably.
It was hemp.
Well, I guess that's all I can do now is search her corpse.
Fair enough.
Hey, I had
I'm
the
gonna
same idea.
Roll investigation.
I attempt to gather some of her blood as well, so I can make a
But
weapon
I'm
for
going to
Felix.
walk away into the shadows.
You're going to move away into the shadows. When you mean move into the shadows, you mean just stealth, or do you mean you're leaving them?
Yeah, I'm leaving them at the minute. I'm not going that far.
Okay.
What would I roll to gather blood?
Okay. First of all, you'd have to obviously fill that cup up. So obviously you'd need that back. Then, if you're filling up the blood, that's fine. Considering she has had quite a lot of wounds, it's not very difficult to find one that is weeping blood.
Maybe the base of her skull or neck.
And then I'll fill it up, and then I will make it airtight again.
Roll it.
I don't make it airtight.
You don't make it airtight. Okay. Who got the natural 1 on investigation?
One. No.
No, who got the natural
No.
1?
The one
It was
is
me making it airtight.
No, a second ago. Oh no, it was an 11. Sorry, it was an 11. No. Yeah. Okay. So the lot of you find 2 badges. Her band says 100. No, sorry, her band says 1 point. You find 2. Oh no, sorry, no, you don't find 2 badges. That's the other one. You find that her band says 1 badge. Sorry, 1 point, and she has 9 badges.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna take all these badges, and I'm gonna hit her in the face again.
She seems to be covered in a large amount of leaves. Once you have a look through her clothing, I'm going to say, Rakia, you see not only those badges, but you also see a pouch. And, funnily enough, attached to the stick that she was holding, which at first looks like some kind of like staff or walking stick, it seems to be some kind of pipe attached to it.
Huh.
So you have a strange leafy satchel and a stick pipe.
Okay, I'm putting that in my inventory. I'm just gonna rob her. She was awful. I don't like her. So, yeah, stick pipe.
So
Pipe.
wooden pipe. You can also have her stick as well if you want, but it's just a stick.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna take everything from her. I don't care. It's like I'm having wooden stick and a wooden pipe and a satchel of powder.
No, you don't know what's in the satchel.
Oh yeah, okay, satchel of
You
stuff.
can open it if you'd like to have a look.
Okay, I'm gonna carefully open it.
As you
I
open
don't know
it,
what's-
you see a large quantity of leaves, seeds, and flowers. And yes, you recognize the flowers.
All right. You get a phoenix flower. You get a phoenix flower. You get a phoenix flower.
Let us see how many
How
phoenix
many?
flowers there are. So I'm going to roll a d4 to see how many d4s of them there will be. 3 d4s, let's see. 5 phoenix flowers.
Yes. Great.
Well, that means I have a second one.
You know, I'm taking all these badges. I'm just snatching them up, and I'm taking all of that. So we got 9 badges, and we got 5 phoenix flowers, and 5 phoenix flowers. I'm gonna present a phoenix flower to Adrian and a badge. That's for you, Adrian.
So you give one to
No,
Adrian. You give
Yeah,
one
with a-
to.
I
Oh,
give
okay.
one to Fletcher.
Okay.
Yeah, and I give one to Fletcher as well, with a badge. Yeah.
Yep.
And I'm going to.
Did you give me a badge?
Yeah, I give you a badge too. Yeah.
Adrian just kind of like takes the flower and says, kind of like waves off the badge.
Well, yep. I don't need to be told twice. I'll take that. You know, take that.
Because Adrian knows just how much Rakia likes badges.
I love these badges. These are all mine. Yep. These are. And I got that. And I'm gonna, I'm gonna have a little look around for Eraser. Don't see him, and then go over to Felix. And say, and I present Felix with a phoenix flower and a badge. Say,
Just quickly for those of you who have them, if you are eating them now, let me know, because it'll heal. It'll heal one injury that you currently have or have sustained, and it will heal 15 points of health.
Felix
Take
is
a
gonna
die.
wait.
Okay,
What
so
health am I on?
the current health Adrian's on is 2. Current health that Fletcher is on is 2.
So 17 if I eat a flower now.
Yeah, you'd go up to 17.
Alright, I eat one of the flowers then.
Okay. The same for you, Adrian?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
righto, and I'm just sort of sort of happily walking up to Felix, presenting it, and I'm like, so you're strong now.
I
Gained your powers back.
guess I have. I
How'd you do that?
If I were to guess, it's always been a part of them. It's just enough of it was stolen to just the need to regenerate a little bit to get it back. Or a stressful moment such as this.
I'm going to say, roll me a history and an insight, Felix. So history first, and then we'll see what you get for history, and then I'll ask you to roll an insight.
okay, so history. History is a 12.
I'll give you an advantage on insight.
Okay. And so 18 down to 16.
Being as a father, you understand that sometimes you think something is better for your kids, but it's actually not because of what they like, what they enjoy, or even the kind of people that they are. When you looked into the eyes of Tendra when she was attempting to steal your power, you saw hesitance in her face, almost like as if she heard your story and it didn't sit quite right with her. Perhaps that might be something.
Felix just kind of stand there looking at his hands, just thinking about the implications.
So, wait a minute. If you've got her powers, then you can take out Tendra. You'll be evenly matched. Especially with the special armor. This is
What
a
armor?
wonderful for me.
Felix, you sort of sat there sort of thinking, I'm pretty sure that's not how it works. In fact, almost every one of you are sitting there thinking, pretty sure that's not how it works. But at this point, Raki is happy.
Just let Raki.
All it matters.
Well, speaking of the armor, we probably need to get that fixed up a bit. It did kind of break.
Uncle Eraser! Eraser! I've got the flower!
So what would you like to do for the last half hour? Sort of do some bits, wait up the time, or actually continue on?
I mean...
Can I roll investigation to see if I can find her brother?
Yeah, you can, yeah. I'll say, Adrian, you can also, if you like, roll to, obviously attempt to fix Felix's armor. And obviously you can roll investigation or perception to try and find Cloak.
We've already wasted 4 hours. There's no way of finding the green flame now. He's 4 hours ahead of us. Because for some reason we fail.
It's too big. His muscle's too big. He's too strong now.
I did shrink back down. So.
But even so, bursted it out. It's just shrapnel now.
Roll investigation or perception, Rakia, and roll investigation or perception. Actually, no, I'm going to say only investigation for Fletcher.
I rolled investigation.
Yes, and Raki, you can choose either of the other two.
I'm gonna go for investigation.
Okay.
Okay. I got a 15.
I like it.
Finally, the pot's behaving itself again.
It is indeed. It is indeed. Although to be fair, you're not in any danger. I think it's exactly that. It's just it waits until you're in danger. We actually now come back to Cloak. I'm assuming that you're off somewhere. How far did you want to go from them, by the way?
I don't know, I'm looking for some water or something.
You head off and you continue walking for quite some time. I'd say about 100 meters away from where they were. You still can't really find any water. Roll me either perception or obviously instinctive will. Or instinct, I guess,
Yes.
What
do
was
work.
that? Okay. You use your sort of keen senses to eventually sort of sit there and listen out for anything. You suddenly notice someone standing behind a tree. This tree, to be precise. You've not necessarily sensed this before, but at the same time, there's something odd about it. You're pretty darn sure that this person does not know, or is at least not aware of your presence.
Yeah.
I want to point out, by all the time that you guys have spent healing and doing stuff like that, it's been about 15 minutes, so it's now about 9:45. But obviously, Cloak, you don't know that at the moment. But yeah, you sense someone behind this tree.
How close is the tree?
The tree is about... well, yeah, am I not streaming it to you guys?
No, I don't.
It went down when you went away.
That makes sense. That makes sense. It's this tree. There's something behind this tree. You're about 2, 4, 6, I'd say, give or take 5 or 6 meters away.
Suppose I will continue to stealthily move around.
Okay.
And
Roll stealth.
See if they are moving at all.
Roll stealth. They do not seem to notice you as you go past and you turn round the corner. I'll get a counter. I know that I have a counter around here somewhere. Aha. Gosh darn it, counter, come back. Counter, come back. Yes. I can't put it any closer to the tree, but you know what I mean. As you see a sort of blood-covered, bearded guy, leather jacket, combat trousers, big-ass boots, like a biker-looking dude. He seems to be sort of leaned up against the tree and is sort of just like holding his side. That seems to be relatively well bandaged, but he's still covered in quite a huge portion of blood.
He looks like he might treat himself.
It looks like he's definitely treated himself, although it's weird considering that it doesn't look like this guy would be exactly great at doing this thing. He looks quite rough, and also he looks like he's not exactly in the greatest of shapes. Like an oval that's been stabbed.
I don't get any familiar vibes from him.
Not whatsoever. But you also start sensing a presence about 10 or so meters behind you, off in this direction. Try and make a random component or little marble. There we go. Around about here. By the way, I know this distance here is not 100 meters from the camp. I just don't want to change the map.
Okay.
So you're sensing that just suddenly. But yeah. You don't sense any familiarities for that. This one feels weird. I'm going to say the blue counter here. This one feels weird, but that one, yeah, his breathing is rather staggered. Some points it's shallow, some points it's heavy.
Can I sneak back around beside this guy who's leaning against the tree?
So, like, roughly this way, or...?
Yeah. No, the first one.
Okay. Yeah. Roll stealth again. You then just hear him go, "God damn, look here, if you're gonna sneak up on me, you better do a better job than that. Look, it's obvious that I ain't exactly in the fighting shape."
Can I, like, really quickly try and put my hand over his mouth? But in a shush type of way rather than... I'm
about to kill you kind of way. Okay, yeah, I'll do, yeah, roll finesse.
Okay.
Is this because you don't want the other one to hear you?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you put it around his mouth, but it's obvious that he's sort of like a little agitated at that. So, do you at least tell him quietly?
I will whisper. I don't know what did this to you, but I think it's coming back for a second round.
He suddenly calms down a little. You sense the presence get closer and closer to your location. He's now about 4, maybe 3 meters away.
Any ideas? If he is talking quietly, I will remove my hand.
I'm not entirely sure. Although if I were to be on the right side of history, I'd say I'm pretty damn sure that isn't the thing that tried to kill me. Whatever it is, it's got a different heat signature.
Wait a minute.
What?
Heat signature, you said?
Yeah. My abilities allow me to sense heat signatures within a certain radius. He's now within my range.
Assume that's not all they can do.
What do you mean?
Can you not do anything else?
Well, I have a few other abilities, but if I use them, I might draw attention to myself. Again, this ain't the person that I was attacked by, so who knows, I might in fact bring them to me. I'm not entirely sure if they're in a team or not. Ah, damn it.
You didn't see anyone with green flames or anything, did you?
He coughs up a bit of blood.
Just my luck. Why are you looking for that particular MO?
So, was that the person who injured you?
You're asking about if someone has green flames, and you see my wounds. I was punctured by a damn Vespamorph. It's not as bad as it looks, but it does hurt. They seem to miss all the vital organs, so I shouldn't be dying. Well, as long as I survive another half hour. He looks at his band. It is now 10-2. I heard that in between the different points, they heal you up pretty good. I should be able to survive.
Oh, very interesting.
Yeah. Look, I appreciate that you're not gonna try and kill me. But I must ask, why are you so bothered about me not being killed by that thing?
I don't know whose side I'm on yet. But, you haven't tried to kill me.
That's because, if I use my abilities, I take up things from the rough area. I'm currently using my ability right now to give myself a sprinkling of oxygen that's also peppered in with a few other types of chemicals that increase adrenal gland function. I learned this. It staunches the bleeding a bit. The bandages I use, they're also not only absorbent, but they're made out of a specific chemical that helps coagulate. If I were to use my other abilities right now, who knows if I might actually survive. The chemicals I'm using to breathe right now, I'm transmuting them as I speak. If I was to light up my powers, I'd burn myself to death. I'd go out with one hell of a bang, though.
Very well, then. I suppose I will back away a bit and attempt to stealth around and see if I can get any kind of sense of what this thing is.
Okay, roll stealth. Do you say anything to this guy, by the way?
I will say that I'm just gonna try and get a look at this thing.
Wait, do you think that's a good idea?
Well, you said you'd go out with a bang, right? That's a backup.
It doesn't necessarily mean I want to. I've got a few too many things that I need to do. Damn it. Who would have thought that a guy like me would have gone out like this? Stabbed in the gut by a damn wasp.
roll stealth. If that is what you choose to continue to do.
I'm sort of very poorly ambling out from behind a tree.
You slightly amble out, as you say. And you see a blood-covered, but still familiar form. A robe-covered man with two swords either side of him. Staring straight forward, he then is slightly surprised to see you as he goes, "Is that... Oh my gosh, it is. Brother from my homeland. It has been a long time. You must be... Actually, we never got each other's names, did we? Well, of course you remember mine. How is Adrian and the gang? As it seems to be Dias Miyamoto."
Well, Dias probably shouldn't have said that.
What do you mean?
Run.
Hmm?
Run, Dias. We need to run.
Run? Whatever do you mean? You're telling me that you're within league in that damn wasp? Oh, you have company. I see. And you wish for us to run?
Well, I don't know. He probably hates the wasp more than he hates us. And if he's only got one shot left, I don't know if he'd use it on us.
You damn little... So, you're actually scouting out for me, huh? I didn't know that that damn creature would have had a team.
Hey, we're just team members, we're not friends, okay?
Well, look
Can
at
I? Am I in earshot of all of this?
Not yet. Look at here.
Not yet.
If I have any other, I just... It looks like I don't have any other choice. You're either gonna kill me, or you're gonna let me live. We both know that I'm not gonna kill myself just to get you. My revenge won't be complete until I kill that damn wasp. You then see Dias begin to walk closer to the man. As he then says, "I'm afraid that I can't let you do that." What do you mean? Adrian interests me. I can't let you kill them. Not before that they've given me the fight that I deserve. So quite frankly, I think that this is a golden opportunity.
Dias, Adrian, I'm pretty sure wanted an honorable fight with this guy.
Honorable has nothing to do with it. This man is nearly dead. And I'm assuming that you haven't yet noticed the hand tattoo. It's part of the Mercenaries Guild, isn't it? You take money, and then you do heinous things. It doesn't matter whether or not you claim that you have some kind of honor. But let's be honest. He draws his sword and places it to his neck. That's just a lie that you tell yourself. Oh, come now. I never lie to myself. I didn't do it for honor. I did it because I got paid. Rakia, you begin hearing laughter.
That's not good. Oh, maybe. Oh, yes. It could be that they're in trouble, or they're having a very nice time.
However,
I hope they're having a nice time.
You do not hear any indicators that laughter has anything to do with Cloak. Doesn't sound like Cloak laughing.
And as we know, Cloak laughs all the time. So you definitely know what this laugh sounds like.
Cloak is known for their classic laugh.
Well, I'm just sort of like gonna amble on through.
Fair enough. Roll me, I guess,
Yep.
perception.
Okay, percepciones.
We'll find dry soon.
Okay.
You sort of hear that laughter off in the background, and you eventually sort of see a figure that looks a lot like Cloak off in the distance, next to a tree. What do you do?
I'm gonna try. Well, I'm gonna put into stealth.
Roll stealth.
Oh.
Roll perception or instinct. Bill.
Okay. I see everything.
There's someone coming. They're somewhat familiar, but at the same time, there's a certain difference.
Yeah, it's Rakia.
Ah. Well, I'm afraid that there's almost no time left now for yourself. Perhaps I won't kill you.
Can I just chop this guy in the back of the neck with my hand, knock him out?
Which one?
Well, not Dias. I'm not
okay.
going to attempt to do that to Dias. That would be really dumb. Even though there's a minuscule chance it would work.
Okay, go for it. He goes down.
Boom.
Well played. With only 5 minutes to spare as well, as he sheaths his sword. Now...
Well, I just happened to be out of points, so... probably not a bad idea.
Indeed. And I shall actually have a look at this. It's going to roll a d4. Okay. So you'll get half of the points that he's got. Which I'll send them to you, because I'm assuming you don't want me to say them out loud.
No.
I will not say them out loud, and I will send them to you. As Raki, you begin to stealth. And whereabouts do you want to be?
I mean, I want to be like, sort of, tugging at the coat of Cloak.
Okay.
Just so that he can see, because I'm not sure that Dias, and I don't know if Dias is friendly at this point or not, so I'm just going to try and, I'm going to stealthily try and pass Cloak a phoenix flower.
Fair enough.
Swiftly put it in a pocket of mine.
As you do so, Dias then says, "Nice to meet you again. It's been a long time, hasn't it? And when I mean a long time, I mean it's been almost 40 so hours."
I just pop my head out of the grass saying, are you friendly now?
Whatever do you mean? I was friendly before. After all,
You seemed pretty friendly before, Rakia.
I didn't kill you. In fact, I patched you all up and protected you for 8 hours as you slept after our battle. Didn't Cloak tell you? Oh, well, sorry. Didn't your friend here tell you, since he doesn't know your name?
Me Cloak. He might be the only canon person that calls me Cloak.
Didn't your cloaked friend tell you?
I just sort of I look, I do like the sort of the Stewie Griffin head turn at Eraser, just and then just shake my head, and it's no, it's
What?
No.
What did you say? No, he didn't tell us. Rakia's voice changes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, well, that's awkward for you. Anyway, either way, I should probably be on my way. Haha, see what I did there? Anyway. You took this guy down, so of course the points are yours. Anything else of his is absolutely up to you. Although we've got about... oh, less than a minute.
Okay, I just leap onto the body and quickly investigate.
No, I'm
anything.
gonna just put an arm in front of Rakia.
No, tough of investigating.
I'm gonna say you at least hear him out first, considering this is supposed to be the person who you claim that you want to have be a friend. So you at least hear him out first.
Okay, I'll hear him out.
Wait, Rakia. You
Why?
shouldn't steal this man's things. He needs to move on to the next phase.
No, but he might have good stuff on him.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Rakia. Just listen to him. Trust me. It'll all benefit all of us. Especially your friend. Well, Mr... I'm sorry, I never got your name. Perhaps you would be willing to share it. From... members of the island. After all, we have some form of a kinship from where we came from.
How close is Dice?
About a meter or so. I mean, you can get closer to him if you wish.
I will attempt to very quietly whisper in his ear Cloak's name.
Roll stealth.
Rolls a 1. It's just shouting.
He just shouts.
My name!
I swear to God, if that happens.
They call me Bill!
I love that. My name is Masataka Oniwa! I absolutely love that guy in Sekiro.
I'm pretty stealthy.
Okay, Rakia, if you'd like to, you can attempt to roll perception.
I'm gonna attempt to, because,
And-
I want the secrets.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. No,
No.
I don't hear it. The
You do
secret
not
is
hear
safe.
it. It is, yeah, your secret is safe. He goes, ah, very well then. Well, in that case, I will see all of you soon. Hopefully, I will meet Adrian even sooner. Although not too soon. Ah, it doesn't matter. I'm sure that when we come blows to blows again, I will be able to fight that wasp at 100%. After all, I do miss our chats about fighting honourably. But even more, I miss fighting an opponent that's really truly worth my time. And who knows? Well, let's just call you for now what they call you. Eraser. I would very much like to see you yet again. Perhaps once you've mastered your abilities of willpower.
Well, I'm trying.
Anyway, best be off. All of a sudden, your bands glow. The unconscious man's band glows. Dias's band glows. As your entire bodies are then delved and changed into strange, incorporeal blackness. As you are now no longer within the confines of the island. You are now back at the stadium. In front of...
Suppose.
Yep.
I don't suppose while that was happening, could I have attempted to fix the armor again? Because
Absolutely,
that was
yep.
a long time.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
I suppose we could have been dry in the time that we were
Hey!
looking.
Your
Is there
armor's
any...
fixed, Felix.
By the way, is there anything else that you'd wanted to have rolled for as well? Oh, yes. Roll investigation. Sorry, Fletcher. Although, did you?
I did roll a 17 the first time.
Okay. I'll say roll another one just in case if you get anything higher. If not, I'll tell you what you got with the 17.
Okay, doke. It's probably gonna be lower.
Wow.
You go around for a while trying to look around for this person's belongings, but alas, to no avail. You cannot find the brother. But something that is rather interesting is that as you've been sort of looking around, you've noticed that the clothing that the woman was wearing, her clothing seems to, after being investigated, seems to be sort of growing again. Sort of like, almost like as if it's self-healing to sort of keep her protected.
Interesting.
Adrian, you have now fixed all of the armor. Was there anything else that either of you two would have liked to have done? And the same for you, Felix. Was there anything that you would like to have done?
No, Felix is good.
Okay.
I think I was going to put something on. I think I was going to fix the weapon that Fletcher just absolutely screwed over last time by breaking it.
Okay.
I think that was the plan. I was going to use like part of the hammer.
Okay.
You're done.
Believe it or not, we do talk about this outside of the game sometimes.
That's good.
Yeah, I will put on spikes again, so it's like a mace at the kind of like a mace bit at the end. One. I
Nice.
have to. Do I have to look up what that actually means?
Is that for a weapon?
That's
It's to put spikes to it.
You will probably have to look it up.
Spikes.
Yeah, so whilst you're having a look at that, is there anything that either of the other two of you wanted to do? I know that Felix, you said probably not. Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, and Fletcher.
I guess since I couldn't find Dry, I'll look around to see maybe if there's any more of the phoenix flowers just sitting around.
Okay, roll investigation again.
So I'm sure they were probably growing them here. That is a 9, not a 0.
Something that I'll add to this along with that is now that I know what you're investigating, I'm actually going to say that your previous 17 is actually going to help with this, along with your previous 3. Basically, what has actually happened here is that you got slightly distracted by the fact that every time that you were looking around for stuff, you kept finding these weird-looking plants with odd-looking herbs and things growing out of them. The weirdest one of all was this huge plant that had all sorts of bulbs on them. They looked like as if they had some kind of, like, liquid inside of them. Like, transparent fruit.
Looks good. I'll take that.
Okay, I will now roll a D. Let's see how many there are. There are 5 of these odd fruit.
I have no idea what they are, so I'll call them blood flute.
Okay.
Fruit.
As you sort of doing that, your armbands glow, and again you are covered in a strange darkness, and then you are swallowed up by it. You are now back at the stadium, standing next to your teammates. Now, I want to point out that the mercenary and Dias are no longer next to you, Rakia and Cloak. However, in front of the stadium, which is now a lot more empty than it was 2 days ago, obviously, is on top of the stage are the usual 3. The strange secretary-looking woman, Stilton Maximilian, the big rich billionaire who basically built all of this, and the strange-looking DJ-like announcer, as he then goes, "Welcome back, contestants! How's everyone doing?" pretend no one's saying anything. Awesome!
Yeah,
right! Sorry, go on.
No, I was just gonna like, you know, with my floppy arm, I just have one arm raised because my floppy arm's still floppy, and I just go, yay!
You're the only one who says yay.
Yeah.
Awesome! Nice one! Right! Is everyone ready? I'm just kidding. We ain't gonna go on too far too fast. Now, if you're wondering, but announcer, what's gonna happen now? Don't you worry, contestants. We've already got it. You got about 2 days to rest. Of course, most of you have been teleported to the infirmary if we notice that there are too heavy of an injury on you. But of course, don't forget to check out the hospital here. And of course, everything's on the house. Well, within a specific limit, of course. There are also sponsor grounds. You can have a look around and see if anyone wants to sponsor you and perhaps help you armor up or even get you some extra cool digits for the next round. Now we're going into it, let's check them out. The huge screen behind him illuminates for the first time. It shows you the name Sports Round. That's right, everyone, we've got the Sports Round. What does that mean, announcer? Don't worry, I've got you. All that basically means is that you have several few different things that you can play. But you're probably wondering, but what exactly has this got to do with anything? Well, contestants with all of your badges have now been transported to us, and we now know who's a winner and who's the loser. Don't worry, if you're a loser, you'll just have to look at your armband. Oh wait, it's gone. Haha, get on out of here. Of course you already have been, because we have a lot of sensors. Again, it just falls silent. Anyway, for those of you who are obviously here because that's the kind of winners you are, here's what's going on. Well, you're all in a bunch of either teams or on your own. To get to the next round, or should I say to the third and final round, you'll need a minimum of 500 points between every single one of you in your team. So if you're on your own, congratulations, you only need 500 points. But if you're in a team of about 5, well, I'm sorry, you'll need about 2,500. But that's not all. You're also going to need to at least compete in at least one of these challenges, regardless of whether or not you actually have the points. Because of course, it wouldn't be too much of a tournament if you were just able to lay back after the first round. So, here's how it goes. At least one of your teammates are going to have to pull their weight. They'll have to compete in one, that's right, at least one of the challenges. Now you're probably wondering, but announcer, what kind of challenge does it actually mean? Don't worry, here they are. MMA fighting. That's right, hand-to-hand combat only. MWMA fighting. If you like to fence or even swing a sword around, then that's the thing for you. However, no ranged weaponry or mimicry allowed. Finally, we've also got shooting range. It's pretty, substandard, but you can also use throwing weapons, of course. And don't forget, any of those ranged power users, you're allowed to use them as well. The running contests. Well, it wouldn't be much of a sports challenge if you weren't expected to run for your life. I'm kidding, it's just a race. Then we have the swimming contest. It's pretty self-explanatory. Finally, we got the beast battles. If you want to fight the scariest monsters in all of beta, then you've come to the right place. Don't forget to wear your helmet, because you'll be in a splash zone. Well, as long as you don't get eaten. And finally, we have the Nully challenges. These are pretty much for your folks who don't want to use their powers or don't want to fight people with powers. Of course, you can take or choose any of them that you want. Also, just to throw this out there can be multiple of your teammates inside of a single match at any point, but you won't be fighting each other, don't you worry. Now, there is one last thing. Each one of the sports also has a specific reason as to why it exists. You'll be taking points from multiple of your opponents, or losing or gaining points based on your, well, placement in the game. If you come to 6th and there are only 6 people in your match, I'm afraid you're losing the largest amount. However, if you come top 3, you might either gain or just keep the amount that you had. Remember, your teams at least need 1 match. That's it. You don't have to win, and you don't have to lose. But of course, if you lose too many points, I'm afraid you're going to have to claw your way back. This particular part of the tournament will last as long as every single person has got at least one or more of those points. Now, without any further ado, let's kick it. Get going, and have a complete and wonderful time. The intermission will last 2 days. Get going, and don't forget to train your asses off. There are a large amount of fireworks that burst off as soon as he says that, and then people begin to leave the stadium.
It's like,
Just in silence, well, that happened.
oh, no, not in my silence though. I mean, Rakia is absolutely over the moon. It's like, you know,
We live! Hooray!
So,
Adrian's probably waving to where she thinks the cameras are.
team total is something that you were given once you understand it. Basically, when you guys begin to either go somewhere or leave, you are then told your team total, which I'm now currently adding up as we speak.
oh, just so you know, I had 10 badges on me, so.
Oh, okay, right.
But if you don't put them in the
13
names, they're just badges, aren't they?
No,
I
as a matter of
badges on
fact, you had how many badges on you, sorry?
I had 10 badges on me.
10 badges. Okay, that gives you an extra, okay, plus that. So instead, you end up with 646 points.
An extra,
That's
yeah.
No, that's how many you have.
Oh, 646
Yeah,
points, you say?
Yep. So here's the deal. They were worth 10 points if you put them away, but if you kept them and somehow kept with them, they were worth 25 points each.
Okay.
So not so worthless after all. And I'm like,
Adrian,
you know,
how many did you
it's
have
just
by the end of it?
I had 2, so I have 227 points.
Indeed, you do. 227 points.
Felix also has 2.
Felix also had 2, which basically means that he goes up from 1,873 to
2 berries, 2 badges.
2 berries, 2 badges. 1,923. Adrian is 227. Fletcher, did you have any extra badges?
I had, other than the one I put in, on me I had 13.
What?
Jesus, wow.
I had 13 badges.
Jeez. Okay, here we go.
I had
Make
12
twice as
until
good.
Raki gave me the last one at the end. There,
So
which he
Fletcher,
took on.
you actually probably have the biggest bolster up of any of them because you only had like 1 point, and now
I
you
lost
have
all 818.
326 points. Right, so I'm just now
Really?
combining everyone's stats together. So what's that one
A lot of points.
plus Rakia's? So this is
I think
Fletcher's
the real
plus
question is,
Rakia's
who's going to be doing the swimming?
plus. Again, you
Not
don't
me.
have to do all of the challenges,
Terrible.
but if you'd
You
like
don't-
to
you
do
know, you
all of
have
the
to-
challenges, you definitely can. I'm not going to stop you from it.
I think
I don't even think Adrian can swim.
Felix would be decent at either the race or the hand-to-hand.
Okay. With
Depending
the
on how much points I get from this, I might take the swimming.
with the
XP
team
then.
total, you have exceeded your team total requirement. Your team total requirement is 2,500 points. Your current team total is 4,423.
To be
So-
fair, Felix is like, 70-something points away from having 2,000 alone.
Oh, alone, yeah. So this orb that is telling you this floating chunk of crystal covered in metal is basically telling you all of your point values, and then, well, not each individual, it's just scanning you, goes, sum total point value is this much, your requirement is this much, you have exceeded it by this much. It then says the amount of challenges that you will need to face, providing that you keep the amount of points that you have or increase them, is 1. Meaning that only one of you needs to go into a match, and as long as you don't lose all of your points you only need to go through that one. However, just as a reminder, if you want more points than the amount that you currently have, you can continue to do them as many times as you want until that event is over.
You know, Rakia's going crazy at this point. Rakia's just like...
So,
can we theoretically do every single, like, what each of us do every single event?
All together, yeah. Although, obviously, in the MMA, you would all be able to do it. It's just that it wouldn't be all 5 of you versus a bunch of other people. It'd just be, okay, Rakia's match is now up, sort of thing.
I mean, it's like, could we? I know we can do like each of us be one in one competition, but more could say one of us do all 5 competitions.
Yeah.
Like all 5 of us do each, like all 5 of the competitions.
Absolutely, yeah. And in fact, the beast battles are also allowing of that as well, because the beast battles also allow you to have it where it's one person or all 5 of you can also jump in. But yeah, you can do all of them if you want, if you'd like. Which is fine by me, by the way. So it's up to you. But
I mean,
I believe this is where we shall end this session. Thank you ever so much to any of those who have stuck around this long. I will probably send out the recording rather than the separate streams for this one, only because that... Oh boy, it shut and closed down like 3 times throughout the stream, but the recording was still going, so... Yay! Thank you, my internet.
Recording.
But... what did you guys think of this?
well, I mean, it sucks that we didn't get to kill the green flame guy. To be honest, and it's all because you know. And I would say that was a little bit.
I have to be honest.
You know,
like I didn't. Okay, so I planned him to be a part of it, but only if I knew. Only because I knew I was not going to have it that Rakia would be able to tell instantly. Because I know that if Rakia knew, Rakia would have just killed him straight away. The Dias thing is something that I've been saying for a while. Is like I just like the idea of him just appearing, just say hi. And the green flame thing, I thought I'd throw you a bone with the whole idea about it. The other reason was like after a while when Bill was like really up close to him, I genuinely thought there was going to be a moment where Cloak was going to kill him, and then just not say anything to anyone, like throughout the entire game.
That would be pretty fun.
That would have been an amazing moment, though, if it would have just been that thing where, it's like, Cloak, you've never done anything for any of us. It's like, oh, really? I killed that guy. I killed the green flame for you. Because I knew that, he was nearly dead already, so I finished him off. And it's that thing of, like, seeing that way of how they work. But either way, I enjoyed this. I will say I'm glad that we're done with the island now. It was quite a bit of a nightmare for me to write. At least with this, I can now speak to you guys, inside and out of the game, figure out what kind of games you want to do, and then we'll go from there based on that, and then go, okay, so this is what we'll do. Depending on how many of you are actually doing certain games, I might just have it that each session, or at least each day, is one of the games. Like, okay, so everyone's choosing MMA. We're all going to do MMA stuff. So one guy gets to do their match, then another, then another, then another. Or even everyone gets to do their matches at the same time, which would be quite interesting to do that. In the terms of everything else, I've set up roughly how I'm going to do all of the different things. It will just really depend on if everyone is doing the same thing, or if some people are like, no, I don't want to do MMA, I want to do swimming. And it's like, okay, so whilst these guys are fighting, we'll do swimming for the others, sort of thing. So I'll separate out.
I kind of think in character Rakia is going to attempt to do all of them, because he wants as many points as possible and wants a lot of glory.
And that's fair enough.
That's partly what.
No, that's absolutely fair enough. Thanks again to for Coin for the art, because again we've now got 4 of the teammates. We're just waiting for Felix, and then we'll have them all. We'll have them all, and then you know what will happen though. You know what will happen though. Someone will die, and I'm like, damn it.
I mean, it almost happened.
It actually, nearly did happen. So. Yeah, I mean, the reveal of Felix actually not losing his powers. Yeah. So I did have this in mind. Because I genuinely thought to myself, all right, I won't bother with letting him die straight away. I liked the idea of saving this power reveal for later, but honestly, I think that the reveal here was a lot better than anything that I could have hoped for.
It was still perfect.
Especially.
Like, why did he get his powers back? What is going on?
You guys didn't actually see the stream. So 2 streams ago, at the end, there was bonus content. And the bonus content was actually me just doing a little bit of roleplay at the end, which is Ten and Tendra are flying away using their leaping.
Oh, yeah.
And Tendra's speaking to Ten, and he goes, I've known you long enough when you're lying. You didn't take his powers. And she goes, well, 'tis the season of giving. That was sort of a joke to do with Christmas, because it was very, very close to Christmas. But it was actually supposed to be the fact that she wanted her dad to sort of make this deal with him, but she also didn't want to leave this guy without the very thing that basically was keeping him alive to a certain extent. So Tendra did not want to sort of take his powers.
She should watch the bonus content. I was like, that's on me. And I was like, oh.
No, but I didn't. I want to point out, I didn't expect any of you to do that. I actually had to tell Juge multiple times, like, oh yeah, just see the last 5 minutes. I think you'll find it. And then it just goes, so Felix has his powers then. And I was like, yeah. It was like, how do we push this? Okay. And eventually, I think it was the fact that Juicy had said, can I have it that I still roll to, build up stockpile, but I'll just, fame it as I'm doing it out of nostalgia. And I went, yes, we have to do that. Just to show the delusion. And I feel like it kind of worked.
Yeah.
Did used to do that. Like, I guess roll for stockpile, I guess. Yeah.
That's genius. That's genius.
By the way, Juice didn't know that I was going to use it at this point either. Like, yeah. I just sent him a thing just saying, roll super strength.
Well, I knew at that moment.
Yeah, but before then you had no idea, like, whatsoever. Because I to be fair, I didn't expect those characters to give you a problem. The name of those characters, I might as well tell you them now, because I don't think you'll ever meet them again. If you do, it'll be weird.
Well, one's dead.
High and Dry.
Of course, because you're on cocaine.
Well, not necessarily. Well, might as well.
Drugs.
Yeah, but yeah, hallucinogenic plants, nature manipulation, and decay. His decay looks differently. Instead of it rotting, it makes things dry and eventually turn to dust or disintegrate. So that's why I was like, it's not the same as the rotting, but yeah. And as for why the whole nullification obviously didn't work was, it wasn't a dragon. You guys were just tripping balls. And funnily enough, I was going to make 2 characters roll differently. I was going to make Adrian roll disadvantage, because obviously the wasp thing, but you weren't in your wasp form at the time. And I was going to make Cloak roll advantage, because it was gas-based, and he had a mask. And I just thought that would be really good. But because I didn't want to give things away, I was like, damn it, I can't do that, because you guys will know what it is straight away. And I do like that. Yeah, fair enough. Like,
we all kind of knew after a while was something.
After a while,
I thought we were fighting telepaths.
Well, that's it.
After you said there was a dragon we were fighting, and
there
was a ghost
telepaths because it was salt. So.
Yeah.
I know. I thought telepaths can do illusions that can hurt you.
They can't lift you into the sky with them.
No, I mean
we could have just been tripping.
Yeah, but the thing is though, Fletcher was on the ground and he actually saw this. Plus, if it was telepathic, he wouldn't have been able to phase through it, because
I guess
you would have phased through anyway.
Yeah, after that I realised it couldn't be telepaths.
Yeah. But that's what I liked though. Yeah. That like you guys couldn't understand what part of was and wasn't reality. Yeah, after a while you get it, but that's the whole point. It was never supposed to be like, oh yeah, you'll never understand, because being 100% fair here, after a while, when you see something that is obviously not there for anyone else, it's like, well, obviously I know what it is, but Adrian wouldn't. It's like, it's less about for you guys and it's more about for the rest of the characters. Either way,
so Green Flame's just dead.
He's alive, Green Flame.
Green Flame.
He's alive in our
yeah.
hearts.
He was alive. It was the fact that he still has that, because remember, I rolled for the injury and he failed. And so he was able to staunch the bleeding and stop it, but he still had the injury. He didn't cure the injury, so he'd just been sat somewhere in a forest trying not to die, and he was basically drugging himself so that he could keep himself alive. And eventually, like, it worked, because obviously he survived until right at the end. Obviously, Cloak knocked him out, so he'll be healed and he'll be back at some point in the next Avengers.
You can still.
Because to be honest, I kind of tuned out after a bit, and I just asked the Green Flame show up, and Bill said he killed him. So damn it!
I wanted
that
this
character,
thing to
God.
keep going with Sam because they've been really funny.
You don't bump into him in a fucking MMA fight.
Oh, what, like you wanted
Like,
you wanted.
why Sam thinks he's dead would have been really funny. But
Oh, okay.
you guys
damn it.
ruined it.
I didn't see it on the chat. I'm so sorry. Well,
just out of character thinking, damn it.
damn it, Bill! You took everything away from me. You took
No,
all
I
I
could have
had.
killed him, but I decided it would have made it would have.
Oh,
it
well,
would have been
technically,
better to not kill him.
technically, Bill, that you knocked him out. That means that you beat him, right? So that means that you get the accolade.
Oh yeah, yes, Sam.
I mean, technically speaking, I wore him down.
Yeah, but it's
the
all
only thing
about
that
the
knocked him out
final
was 'cause
hit,
I
though,
was
isn't
there.
it, Sam? That's what you were saying.
Just let Bill have the
fight. I got him.
Actually, yeah. To be fair, yeah.
Desperately need it.
Yeah. So
desperately need that king. So
all I'm
give it
gonna
to him.
say-
Sure, but not the.
all I'm going to say is just real quick. For any of those who are watching this, thank you very much. Obviously, like and subscribe on @TheAnimiteTales. I am
Recording.
@AnimiteTales on Twitter if you'd like to follow me. And obviously, we will see you in a fortnight's time where we will see what exactly happens in the Sports Challenges event of the Crucible of Avarice. I was going to do the Bartholomew outro, but I don't think it will work. So, take care, guys. Ciao, ciao. For now.